Seltzer Kings.
Podcasts.
So, of course you know about the bounty on this Goodman guy.
I'm aware of it, yes.
20 G's. That's big boy money. Gonna be a lot of top guys out there for it. I had a thought. We team up. Mars and Van Lowe, pool our resources, split the cash.
Sheriff got you on video breaking into Woody's house.
Johnny Law don't know what I got.
What do you got?
All his records. Tax, medical, corporate, the whole enchilada. We nail him, we split 60-40. I'm the 60, by the way.
50-50. If the stuff you got pans out and no action until after my daughter's graduation.
I'm in jail. I deserve 60. I risk my life to bring a fugitive to justice, and you're giving me world's tiniest violin.
Guess I'm just heartless.
God. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Boys Watching Veronica Mars. We're just two boys watching every episode of Veronica Mars. Giving our review, giving our reactions.
For the first time.
We're the first time. We're your hosts. I'm Joe Welke.
I am Vance.
Today we're talking about Season 2, Episode 22, titled Not Pictured, directed by John Kretschmer, story by Rob Thomas, teleplay by Rob Thomas and John Enbaum. Original air date, May 9th, 2006, to an audience of 2.42 million people. This fucking show, dude.
I don't know if I've ever seen a crazier show.
I don't know if I have either.
And I've watched a lot of stuff. And I was thinking the other day, like, Weapons. The movie Weapons seems tame compared to this show. And I don't know.
Oh my God, yeah.
And I don't know if it's because it's high school kids. You know, I haven't seen. I haven't seen Riverdale. I haven't seen Euphoria. You know, but the stuff going on in Neptune is just. I think it's not that it's one thing that happens. It's like 6 things happen in the same hour, and it's no way a town could handle this much news.
There's too much stuff. There's too much stuff. There's so much stuff. And they haven't even. There's still stuff lingering.
I mean,
there's still stuff.
This episode blew my mind.
I had to pause this episode. Towards the end, I had to pause it like 3 or 4 times just to stop and laugh because I was like, what?
This is a wild episode. What a season finale.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. We're your hosts. I'm Joe Welke. Did we do that?
Yeah, we did it.
Okay. Before we get into it, shout out for Panda Pop, our Discord user. They left us a review. They're from the UK. We didn't see it. They said that we didn't need to shout you out, but I'll shout you out, Panda Pop. Thanks for leaving us a review in the UK. Join our Discord. The link is in the show. I'm all discombobulated, dude. This fucking show.
I don't blame you. The stuff that I just saw, the stuff that I've watched, I'll never be the same.
I know. Me and Vance were talking before, and we're like, yeah, this is like, we're gonna run down some stuff. This is the announcements that we gotta make, and it was fine. And then I hit record, and I remembered everything. It was like it snapped back into my mind of just like, wait a minute, we're gonna have to talk about all of this.
Yes.
Join our Discord. The link is in the show notes. Join our Patreon, patreon.com/boyswatchingbuffy, where we're doing Freaks and Geeks. We released our Hot Frosty episode. That's still up. And announcement time. Vance, you take it away.
No, I want you to have to say it.
Okay. So, because of Vance's experience watching and reviewing Hot Frosty, he was like, "You're in timeout, Joe. You're punished. You're punished. This is 4 months worth of punishment that you're going to have to endure here."
You should have knew when I gave in.
You made me watch Hot Frosty.
You should have knew when I gave in on the Hot Frosty that something was coming. I gave it too easily. I was like, okay, I got next. I got the next picks.
I got next. For the next 4 months of boys watching movies, we're gonna be reviewing the Twilight franchise.
The Twilight Saga.
The saga. All of them.
Yeah. So,
my God.
People have been asking for this since Buffy, and it's finally coming.
Yeah.
2026 begins the Twilight Saga review on Patreon.
Yep. Starting it off hot with some Twilight. I've never watched anything Twilight. I've watched people make fun of Twilight.
Yes.
I know of certain things in Twilight that are goofy just from like memes and stuff.
Yeah.
But I've never actually watched the films.
Neither have I.
So get ready, folks.
Yeah.
4 months of Twilight.
Yeah.
This is why I didn't want Hot Frosty to flop, people.
And it didn't. That's one of our better episodes. It's a fun podcast. Yeah. Check it out.
Fun times. So yeah, subscribe to that patreon.com/boyswatchingbuffy. We'll be doing Twilight. We're still doing Freaks and Geeks, which is a lovely come down after Veronica Mars. Just wholesomeness.
Yeah.
Good times.
And
you got some follow-up, you said, right?
Yeah, there's some follow-up. Do we normally do follow-up before the predictions or after? I forget how
we usually do it before. Do we do it before energy drinks?
I'll say this. Yeah, we can pop open energy drinks because this is going to be
I got to go Monster because I know this is going to be a long episode.
Same.
And I want it to last.
Same. I was like, this is going to be too long. This episode, I have so much to say. But I want to say that we're going to have the end of the season 2 poll. It should be in the show. A link should be in the show notes. If you're listening to this, you'll have till like Friday, a couple days to get it in. Normally, we try to get these out sooner, but you know, holiday season's coming out late. So yeah, you can pick your favorite episodes, and there might be some Q&A questions. I haven't even made it yet. So yeah, but link will be in the show notes.
There you go.
And we'll talk about that.
Post it in Discord too, right?
Yeah, post it in Discord, share it on Instagram and whatnot. But we'll next week we'll do a recap of season 2 of Veronica Mars, and we'll respond to the season 2 poll. And
I don't even know how I'm going to do this season 2 recap. Yeah. This recap episode 2. I don't understand how I'm going to do it.
Little follow up. Discord user AlCrump40 mentioned that Gia went to boarding school. Was at boarding school, so the stuff we were talking about where Woody Goodman wasn't on the West
Woody
Coast,
was on the East Coast.
Yeah, so it seems like Gia wasn't there and then came back, maybe. So,
yeah.
And then we have the Oscar trophy was a question I had. Should that have burned up in the fire at his house? Like, when did he?
That was Logan's house, not Duncan's house.
Yeah, but that's where the Oscar trophy would have been if it was a planet. If they planted it with the hair, where did the Oscar trophy come from? Wouldn't it have been in the house? Because the house had been burned down before the hair, because he was already living in the hotel.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a question I had. Another Marcos retcon I felt was that why would he ever go to the Shark Stadium if he was molested by Woody Goodman? Why would they all take that bus trip to go to Woody Goodman Stadium?
Yeah. Yep. Somebody also pointed out like they did recognize the kid that was hanging out with Beaver.
Yes.
I forget what from.
That was Discord user Andrea.aka Flash. And they said that Hart was the kid who had the video of Aaron Echolls going off the bridge.
There you go.
And Hart makes a comeback reference in this. They really.
Oh yes.
But I agree. I don't know why they made it that Veronica forgot who that kid was in the episode.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
Should we get into this?
Yeah, let's get in.
Everybody, buckle up.
Honestly.
The recap was a recap of the entire season, basically. So it's after the trial. Aaron Echolls has been acquitted of murder. He's celebrating going free. He talks about how much he loves freedom. Paparazzi's there. They're all stoked that he's free. And Veronica and Keith are there too, and they're both sad, and they're leaving.
You brought up a good point that everyone is cheering for him last week. And yeah, everyone's cheering. There's no mixed reviews, considering Tinseltown Diaries has been playing twice a day. There's nobody that thinks he's guilty.
No, they're all happy that they all got posters with his face on it.
Yeah. I could see there being some. I could see there being some.
Happen.
But yeah. I think it'd be split though. I don't think everyone would be it's a
this is the guy who was cheating on his wife, got stabbed by his mistress.
Wife mysteriously disappears, ended herself.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
I mean, somebody on Discord brought it up during this trial, the attorneys would have brought that up. His mistress would have been on this. There would have been so many more. The boyfriend of Allison Hannigan, he would have been there saying that he beat him. Mm-hmm. Logan would have said that he saw him beating him. There's so much against this guy.
We had a good chat about the legalese of last episode and how it is just nonsense. Starting with Aaron Echolls taking a stand at first. But he puts up the Richard Nixon V sign to, signal that he's definitely guilty.
Gets his picture taken, put on front page of the Neptune Navigator or whatever. That's the high school paper. But whatever.
It might as well be that one. That's the best paper in the town.
Yeah. Gia was up late at night burning the midnight oil right in that one.
Yeah.
So Veronica and Keith are back at the Mars investigations office, and they're all pissed about it. And Keith is like, hey, you can't obsess over this. He takes a newspaper away from her. He's like, you can't look at this newspaper all day, every day. We've got other shit to do. And then he goes into his office and he starts looking at the newspaper, and Veronica's like, oh, I thought that you weren't supposed to obsess over this. Meanwhile, they get a fax, and it's Meg Manning's dad. He put out a bounty for the capture of Woody Goodman for $20,000. And Keith is like, I'm not going to hunt him down. And Veronica's like, what? Why?
He says he's got her graduation to go to, and just call him something. Meg's dad is offering $20,000 for the capture of the mayor. That doesn't even make any sense.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
Dear listeners, this is the last mention of Meg Manning's dad in this episode.
Yes. So, who has been getting mentioned a bunch.
Mm-hmm. He bailed out Lucky.
So we don't know what his relationship with Lucky is. We don't know what's going on with the daughters in the wall. But the thing is, why is he offering money to capture the mayor? That should already be a thing that's already being taken care of, and it doesn't need to be bounty hunted by a random citizen with loose ties.
Last episode, and this is in the recap, Sheriff Lamb is like, we can't find Woody. He took off on his private jet. We can't bring him in. So the police are already after him. And then this guy's like, hey, here's $20,000 to whoever captures him.
It's not like, hey, I want you to find Duncan Kane and my granddaughter.
Who cares about that?
This is the mayor of a town that's gone missing. He is a high value. And he's well known because of other stuff. He ran a major league team. Like, this is not a random individual. But anyway, we can't get bogged down.
He's the face of a burger franchise.
We can't get bogged down on this. There's so much more. But this was insane to me. And the fact that they were hesitant to take it, even though the whole thing has been like, we need money, we need Kane Scholarship. Kane Scholarship does not come back up.
Nope. We don't know who got the Kane Scholarship.
Yeah.
Fucking God, dude. God. So Veronica, she's at work at Jabba the Hutt, and Wallace is there. Wallace is all sad because Jackie left. And he's like, I don't know. She just left me this note that was like, oh, I gotta leave. And I don't know, man. Something feels fishy. And so Veronica's like, well, eat some cake. Anyway, I got to meet up with this guy whose name is Johnny Ludin or something. And he's from Woody's old Little League team. And she bribed him to come there because she said that she could give him free gelato. And she's actually there just to interrogate him about Woody Goodman and if he did anything inappropriate to him, or if he knows anything about the inappropriate behavior that was going on. Mm-hmm. So then Veronica comes home. There's a phone call. It's for Keith. It's Vinny Van Lowe. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. And then it's a hard cut to a close-up of Vinny Van Lowe. And he's like, look, 20 grand. I say we work together, split this 20 grand, find Woody Goodman. And then it zooms out to reveal that Vinny Van Lowe is in jail because he was caught breaking into Woody Goodman's house. And he's like, I've got his records. I've got his tax refunds. I've got his credit card statements. I've got all of this information. We can use that to get him, and we can get Woody Goodman, and we can split the money. And Keith is like, I don't know, man. I'm a little skeptical about working with you. And Vinny's like, look, we'll split it 60-40. Me 60 because I'm in jail. You 40. And Keith's like 50-50 because I'm out of jail and I'm going to be doing the actual manhunt. And Vinny's like, okay.
It was a great reveal to show that Vinny was in jail. I thought that was perfect.
Yes. It was so funny, man. It was so good.
And it brings up what we brought up last week. Keith would have been in jail if he broke in Woody's place. Because that was Keith's plan.
Yeah. No, I mean, Vinny's like, yeah, they caught me on camera breaking into his place. Like, Sheriff Lamb brought me in.
Yeah, well, how was Keith?
Sheriff Lamb has like a live feed of Woody Goodman's house that he's always monitoring.
Yeah, how was Keith going to break in there last episode? He just said it so casually.
Keith is a lot more slick than Vinny Van Lowe.
Okay.
God, I love Ken Marino though.
Yeah.
But yeah, Keith agrees to work with Vinny. Vinny tells Keith like where all of these records are. Veronica and Keith start looking into Woody's records. Veronica's looking at the finances, and then I thought this was bonkers. Mm-hmm. That Keith just very casually is like, oh, looks like Woody was treated twice for the clap. And it's like, bro, you just heard that your daughter had, like, he's like shaming Woody for getting chlamydia, which was a discussion on Discord. Is like, it's not a very serious STD. And like, you can get that taken care of pretty quick. But like,
wouldn't he be like, wait, did Veronica get molested by Woody?
Yes. How do you not see this connection?
How do you not bring that up and be like, whoa, or make one of those weird jokes that they make between each other that is too awkward, you know?
Yeah. But like Veronica gets triggered. She like starts to have like a long stare off into the distance.
She looks up so that we know that she heard it.
Yeah.
But
like
he doesn't make any comment.
He doesn't look over at Veronica like, oh, sorry.
Yeah. He's not weirded out by having brought that up. He doesn't say, hey, Is this a reason why you had it? Like, it's crazy.
Yeah. But so then he finds out that Woody also has a heart arrhythmia, and then he concocts this plan, which I don't even know how this plan works. He wants Gia's cell phone code so he could get like a private conversation between Woody and his lawyer or something. when he started saying cell phone code, I started being like, what is that? And then I just lost the rest of the scene, basically.
But you understood the next scene when they use it, right?
I understood the next scene. He was like able to like tap into like the phone line somehow and like make it seem like Veronica is calling the lawyer from Gia's phone.
Yeah, that's why I didn't even really pay attention to the mechanics of it. I just figured they were just going to call and pretend to be her. I don't even know why they needed. Did they need that to get the lawyer's number, or did they need it to call from that? I don't know. I wasn't really. Again, I wasn't locked in on that part of the plan, but it makes sense in the next scene. So,
yeah. But actually, the next scene is not this.
But when the next scene when they pay off this plan, this one was interesting choice.
Yeah. So Veronica is having a dream. She's dreaming about basically her ideal life. Like if everything was going great in her life, this is what her life would look like. Her mom wakes her up to get her ready to go to high school graduation. Keith is still the sheriff. Their mom made her pancakes, and then there's a little continuity error here where she had 4 pancakes and then they cut away and then she had 2. Just a little thing I noticed.
She just eats really quick.
But the mom wants to take a picture of her before graduation. She better get pictures of her with her boyfriend. Duncan is still at the high school. Veronica doesn't know who Wallace is. But like she got his cap and gown and he got hers and they had to do a swap. And she's like, who's Wallace Fennell? And like Duncan's like, oh, this is a kid. He's pretty good at basketball. And so they make up some kind of story about how he got mugged at the Sack and Pack, but it was made up. And Veronica's boyfriend is Logan. She swaps the cap and gown with Wallace, and they don't know each other. Wallace hates being at Neptune High. Lily's still alive, and she's looking at her memorial fountain, and she's like all confused about it. And still, in this dream sequence, Lily's still the worst.
I don't know why they add this. Well, Lily's talking about fooling around with someone's ex, or like someone's in a relationship and she's sleeping with their partner or something.
Yeah, Lily had a boyfriend and she started hooking up with the boyfriend's ex, and she's like, "Oopsie!" Just like, why is she the worst?
And the interesting thing about this flashback is that she's dating Logan in this.
Yeah, that's her ideal man.
So is this her life if Lily wasn't murdered? That's what it seems like. If Lily wasn't murdered, her mom doesn't leave, and I guess her mom also stops drinking. I don't know when the drinking started exactly. Dad's still sheriff. She would still be with Duncan. If it was just...
I mean, unless...
In the fantasy, sure, she could be with Logan, but I don't think she would have broken. She was with Duncan this season before he left. She had left Logan to be with Duncan again after being with Logan. I think if she's still friends with Lily, she's still with Duncan. There's no Duncan to Logan trade-off, and there's no friend hop like that happening.
Yeah, that would have been awkward. There would have been some hard feelings between Duncan and Logan.
Yeah.
Unless Duncan's still on his meds that make him feel nothing.
But he wouldn't have to take meds because Lily's alive.
Oh, yeah, because Lily's, yeah, that's true.
Oh, no, he does have to take some meds because he still would have the condition.
Oh, yeah, he's got seizures, right? Yeah.
No, I mean, he's like I don't know what it was called, but when he's got meds because of his sister dying, but he also has meds because of, I don't know if did he have a psychotraumatic thing because after that, or was he on meds before too? Because it seemed like
I thought that he had like epilepsy.
Yeah. He had something before because she heard about it before Lily died with the girl in the bathroom. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, we don't know. This is fantasy / revisionist history. It's nice to be able to bring Duncan back, bring Lily back bring the mom back for a minute. Like, it's nice that they're throwing in the cast. Like, that's what I was looking. Yeah. Benny Van Lowe's in for a scene. They're just kind of bringing people. And later in this episode, we get more people just to have a couple scenes too.
But no Cliff.
Yeah.
Cliff.
I guess it doesn't matter who got hired to steal Logan's Cliff's briefcase, because that seemed to be a plot point that now does not matter.
I don't know, man.
It can't.
I don't know.
It can't matter next season. It can't. It can't. It can't.
I don't know what they're doing with this show.
It can't. I don't even care. Like, who cares at this point, right?
Yeah. But Veronica wakes up from her ideal life dream. Keith's making bacon. Keith's doing a little like operation with Woody's lawyer. They do the hack where Veronica pretends to be Gia calling the lawyer, and she's talking about like, oh, my dad needs his pills and he got the wrong prescription. And the lawyer's like, all right, I'm on it. And now Keith is able to spy on all of the lawyer's phone calls. Yeah. And he gets a location about where Woody Goodman is.
I love how easy it was to track this down. They were like, we'll call the lawyer, say, we know that the lawyer knows where he is. And the lawyer will just immediately make a phone call to the location to leave a message for like a different name. I was like, oh, well, that was easy. That's the easiest 10 grand that Keith is going to make ever.
Right? Staples button. Yeah. That was easy. So then it's Veronica. She's at her graduation. She's getting ready. And Keith is like, hey, I found out where Woody is. He's at Quail Creek Lodge. It's some kind of like upper class hunting lodge where all the rich folk go. And Keith is like, I'm going to go to Quail Creek Lodge. And Veronica's like, oh, I'm worried about you. It's all these people. They got guns and shit. And Keith is like, oh, that's fine. I'm slicker than them or whatever. And he's like, don't worry. I'm going to see you graduate. And then I'm going to go to the lodge. Veronica looks over and she sees Weevil's grandma giving him a little nice pinch on the cheeks for graduating. People start walking across the stage. Wallace is there. We see Alicia.
We also get to hear that John Enbaum graduated.
Yep. John Enbaum. Thank God. Can you believe he was writing all these episodes without even being a graduate of high school? Yeah. So he graduated. Mac is sitting with Veronica, and Mac is like, hey, guess what? Beaver got us a room at the Neptune Grand for tonight. And Veronica's like, ooh. And Mac is like, what do I do, Veronica? I don't know. I've never touched a boy before. And Veronica's like, just relax. You're going to be fine. Oh, boy.
They're talking behind someone's back, too. They're not just next to each other, which is insane.
Yep. And so they're calling the names, and Veronica's about to go up to walk across the stage. And then Sheriff Lamb shows up, and he's there to arrest Weevil for the murder of Thumper. And Weevil's like, please don't do this right now, man. Just wait till I walk across the stage. And Sheriff Lamb is like, nope, you're under arrest. And then Weevil's like, come on, man. Sheriff Lamb is like, you have the right to remain silent.
I love the shot of his grandmother with his nieces and nephew or whatever. And she just has the sunglasses on. And she just like shakes her head.
Yeah. Yep. So Weevil's taken away. They call Veronica. Keith loses his shit. Yep. That's my girl. The most unnatural cheering I've ever seen in my life.
He's overcome with emotion, Joe.
Veronica has some kind of like slick exchange with Principal Clemens where he's like, hey, do you have any advice in case there's another you? And she's like, oh, don't tape all of your passwords under your stapler. And Clemens is like, oh, she knew the whole time.
She also walks on stage and looks out and expects to get like booed and heckled. And the people are like clapping and cheering. And he's like, what did you expect, Veronica? And it doesn't have Buffy class protector levelness here, but that's kind of what they want to go for in a really quick manner. But I don't understand why the reaction is what it is after the court case that just happened a day ago. I just, because people have been mean to her or ragging on her the whole season up to this point. I don't know why all of a sudden she walks on stage and everyone's like, yay.
I would have assumed like if any, I don't think anybody would have booed her.
Not even
booed,
but like
silence.
Or like
you would have just heard Keith. Yeah.
Yeah. Or would it just been the generic clapping that you get during graduations where everyone just gets claps and no one cares?
Yeah. I mean, no one.
Yeah. But she like is standing on stage looking out like, this is unexpected.
See, when they had her pause on stage and they were looking out and she was looking out on, I thought it was like announcing like who won the Kane scholarship for a second. Like maybe she actually won it or something.
Still on that.
Nah.
Why would you care about the Kane scholarship? It was only brought up almost every episode.
So it's after the graduation. Keith is with Veronica. He gives her a letter. She opens it up. It's tickets for a trip to go into New York. And Keith is like, oh, it's going to have so much fun. We're going to have so much fun in New York. And you have fun tonight. I'm off to go catch a pedophile murderer.
You go hang out with these other traumatized kids and criminals and steer clear of Aaron Echolls, who's on the loose again. But
and it's not even a split second where Keith turns his back that Dick Casablancas comes up and slaps Veronica on the ass.
How does she not try to rip his hands off?
I don't know. But he's like, you ready to party tonight? We're going to have a good party. And Veronica's like, cool. She goes and walks over to her car. And Alicia.
I had to bring this up since this is the last episode of the season. She takes off the graduation gown and she is in night going out wear. That black dress that she's wearing.
You're supposed to wear a nice dress or suit underneath of your cap.
Yeah, but I felt like she was dressed like she was headed straight to the party. Because we see her later in this episode and during the day, like she's dressed kind of normally. But she looked like she was ready. This dress looked more evening gown than the fantasy graduation day dress that she had. That was more like a floral pattern, white kind of thing, which looked good on her too. But this one was like more. It was black evening gown. It was like, oh, she's going on a date. It looked like.
Yeah, the fantasy dress I feel like was a better dress than this one. This was like a little black dress.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I did not expect her to have a little black dress on underneath the gown.
Yeah,
I was like, where are you about to go?
I actually didn't like this dress at all. It had some kind of like design on the chest, and I was like, ugh, this is looked like it was made out of beads.
What I didn't like is what happens next.
Yeah, Alicia comes up to Veronica's car, and she's like, "Did you know about this?" And Veronica's like, "Know about what?" She's like, "Wallace left me a note on my car. He booked himself a flight to Paris to track down Jackie because Jackie's going to Paris." And I was like, damn, he did all that? Like he was at the graduation. How did he slip out and write a note and peel off?
Wallace loves dipping after big school events. That's when he went to Chicago.
Dude.
Also, hey, Alicia, take your ass to the airport. Yeah. Why is this on Veronica? He couldn't have gone that far. He was literally at the graduation. Get in your car.
I don't know how he affords a fucking ticket to Paris.
Yeah, I guess he might have one of those credit cards and just charge it to the game, you know?
Charge it to the game.
But how is she not like going to the airport to stop this? She's like, hey, Veronica, do you know anything? It's like, hey, he just left. You could probably catch him. Call his cell phone. He's not on the plane yet. Veronica just got in her car.
No, he's at Neptune International Airport. He's already on. He's already got his shit on airplane mode.
There are so many ways that they could prevent him from getting on this plane with a phone call. This is cell phone era. It's not pre-cell phone era. Veronica, what we find out later, Veronica could have stopped this, but also Alicia should be like, I'm going to speed down there.
Yeah.
Or just call his dad in Chicago and tell him to put in a call to the airport to stop everything.
Veronica, she gets this news. kind of rolls her eyes a little bit. And she's like, all right, I'm on it. Mm-hmm. Because she knows what's up.
Yeah.
And we see exactly what's up. We're at a diner in New York, in Brooklyn. The slums of America, Brooklyn, New York.
Yeah.
Everybody's got it rough in Brooklyn, New York. Boy, have times changed. And we're at a diner. We see a lady. She's serving stuff. And who walks into this diner? It's Jackie. She's working with her mom at a diner. And there's a little toddler, a little tyke there. And Jackie puts on her little apron. And there's a phone call that comes into this diner. And it's Jackie's mom. She answers it. She's like, hello. And it's like, oh, Jackie, it's for you. Jackie picks up. And Veronica's like, so how's Paris going, Jackie? And Jackie's like, what? How'd you know? And Veronica's like, I knew the whole time. You're not smart. You got a 3.1 GPA. There was no way you were going to get into that college.
And that tracks, at least. I was like, how is she going to Paris? But okay.
Yes. I was playing it off as like, they're rich. They like rich people can get into anything or whatever. You know.
I was going to buy it if she went to Paris. I would assume she did good at school. We never see her grades, but like it just came out of left field. But so much stuff.
I think I brought that up. I was like, is Jackie smart?
Yeah. We asked. We didn't know. It wasn't like she was. Yeah, she just Paris. Like she never mentioned anything French.
No, she was never up for the Kane scholarship.
Yeah. Why was she up for the Kane scholarship?
But yeah, Veronica's like, dude, I knew you weren't going to get into that college. You got 3.1 GPA. You're not smart enough for that shit. And Jackie's like, oh, yeah, I guess you're right. And then Veronica's like, yeah, but you know who didn't figure that out? It's your boy Wallace. He thinks you're in Paris and he got himself a plane ticket to go to Paris. But he's got a 4-hour layover at JFK. So you need to go to JFK while he's there, and you need to tell him the truth. And Jackie's like, oh, right, fine. So there's that. Mm-hmm. We're at the Neptune Grand. Logan's there, going to go up to his room where he lives, and he runs into his father, Aaron Echolls. And he's like, hey, I'm looking for a new place. And so I thought that I'd stay at the Neptune Grand for a while.
The show's so crazy.
And Logan looks, he's like, you son of a bitch. And Aaron's like, hey, man, you should be nice to me. And Logan's like, why? And he's like, well, because now that I'm a free man and I love freedom and freedom is great and proud to be an American where at least I know I'm free. I've got the strings to the family purse again. So you should want to be civil with me if you want to be like, suckling off that Echolls family teat once more.
Yeah, he mentions that Logan's his dependent again. And I don't think that's how it works.
He's 18. I mean, it could be on his insurance.
He's 18. They don't live together. And he's already had legal emancipation.
Yeah.
So I don't think he gets freed from prison and now it's like, hey, Logan's your dependent again. I don't think it works that way. And they bring this up, which won't matter at all, but they bring this up. But we didn't need to add this extra. Also, Logan doesn't seem to care about anything like that. Like, it's not like he's like, oh no, the money's. Like
he's never been about.
He has it, but does not care about it. It seems it's the strength. Like, he might care if he lost it all, but he's not like Dick Casablancas and Beaver, how they're like, oh shit, we got to make more money. Logan's kind of just like, whatever. Yeah. As he should. His mom jumped off a bridge and his dad killed his girlfriend. It's a problem.
Yep.
That's got to be rough though, man. Seeing him walk into the hotel.
Oh, dude, the day, maybe like a day or two after the trial.
Yeah.
He's like, what? I thought I'd stay here. It's like, God. But then he's also going to the basement.
Maybe there's maybe there's a spa sauna down there. I don't know. I don't know why he was going down from the lobby. But
yeah, I was like, because he gets on the elevator, it's like going down, and Logan's like, no.
Is he carrying champagne in this scene? No, it's later.
I feel
it's
like
the next
he's
scene.
carrying champagne in both scenes. The rest of the show. He's got to celebrate his freedom, dude.
No one in the lobby of this hotel is like, hey, that's that famous guy who's now even more famous because he just got off a murder trial. No one he's just walking around, just casual.
Walking around in a fucking Tommy Bahama shirt.
Yeah, man. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. So they're going to be chilling at the Neptune Grand together for a bit, seems like. So then we go to the Quail Creek Lodge. Woody's there. He's in his underwear, watching the Dukes of Hazzard.
Mm-hmm. Living the dream, man. Living the dream.
I mean, that's a pretty sick, you know? You molest a few kids, you go to the hunting lodge, watch the Dukes of Hazzard.
Here's what I'll say. This is what I was going to say about Aaron. I watched Making a Murderer, the Netflix series, years ago. And my thought from that is, if you are convicted of a crime in a small town, and then you get off of that crime, do not stay in the small town.
Yes.
Do not stay in Neptune. Los Angeles is right around the corner, Aaron. Just dip. Go to San Diego.
Yep.
Go to New York. Get out of there. And this goes for Woody, too, because they keep referencing that this place that he's at is outside of Reno. You did not go far enough, buddy. Take a lesson from Dick Casablancas and get out of the country. What are you doing? It seems like there's no coming back. You just abandon your post as mayor. You abandon your post as mayor. Take your private plane to a port and get on a boat or get on something and get out of here.
Go to wherever Roman Polanski is.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Film a movie and then win an Oscar.
Super fucked up. I know.
No, but it's true. It's 100% true.
It's just what happened.
Yes.
But he's at the Quail Creek Lodge watching Dukes of Hazzard in his underwear.
Yep.
Goes up to go take a piss.
This scene, man.
They show the background. You see the shower in the background, and you see the curtain move. Keith is in the shower, just waiting for him. He comes out. Woody turns around. He's like, "Oh!" Is he trying to throw like a towel at him or something?
No, I don't think he's in the shower. I think he's in like a closet or something because they're in the living room.
No, Keith definitely pulls a shower curtain.
Okay.
To reveal himself.
Okay, but I know Woody grabs the deer off the wall and throws the deer at him.
Yes, the deer head. Yeah.
And misses him.
Throws it at Keith, and Keith just blocks it like with one hand. Yeah. I was like, aren't those heavy?
This one was definitely so fake. But yeah, it would be heavy as hell if it was a real one.
So he tosses the deer head at him, tries to get out the window, and Keith just incredibly casually walks over to him, tasers him, and then Woody goes, "Whoa!" And now remember this.
Yes, that's exactly. I was going to bring that up. Woody, a full-grown man.
Yes. A full-grown adult man gets knocked out by this taser.
Yes.
Like on the ground, done.
Yes, eyes closed, unconscious.
Remember this, listeners.
Yeah. Not how tasers work, but apparently here it does.
In TV, that's how they work. But just remember, Woody Goodman has been knocked out by a taser that Keith tasered him with.
Yes.
Keith calls the local sheriff's department. Woody's handcuffed. Keith goes up to him. He's like, "You used me." That's your number one complaint?
Yeah.
He's like, he's still on that shit about like, you used me with the lady that was found passed out in the motel room. I can't believe it.
Yeah, he
said. Woody looks up at him all fucking. Yeah, what does he say?
He's saying that you used me about the lady because you didn't want incorporation to pass because you didn't want that to come out because then all this other stuff would have come out. And Woody's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. Woody looks up and he's like, "Keith, I didn't blow up that bus. I never touch kids. Yeah. Okay, you got me. Yeah.
He doesn't
throw the book at me for that one.
He doesn't fully admit to touching kids the way we know him to. But he rationalizes it as like, I was helping these kids. They had bad home lives and
they had bad fathers.
Yeah.
I was the one that listened and cared about them,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't crash that bus.
Yeah.
But those kids, they needed me. And Keith is looking at him like, ugh.
No, I still am a little bit. What are the charges against Woody? Is it the tape that they found of the recording? Because all the people that are accusing him are no longer alive.
Yeah.
Lucky's dead, Peter's dead, Marcos is dead. So I'm wondering, what is this thing that's come up? It's like, hey, we got this recording of a bunch of kids in high school saying that the mayor is a pervert. Is that the only allegation they have? Because I feel like that's not a okay, you did it, throw the book at you, you're done. Like, this feels like it's not full. Again, we've dealt with the legalese of last week's episode, but this felt like they already were like, you did it, Woody, you're guilty of this. It's confirmed, lockdown.
Yeah.
But are they charging him for the bus? Are they charging him for the bus crash too? Off of this too? Like, what is?
I honestly don't know. And like, Keith doesn't even seem like he knows, because he calls Veronica next and he's like, we got him, but we need to get more evidence because we don't have enough evidence. There's no way this guy's going away, especially after that Aaron Echolls trial that we just went through. Like, there's no way.
It doesn't look like he's innocent when he flees the state that he's the mayor of, but like, or the place that he's the mayor of, and leaves the state. But I don't know if there's enough evidence to fully say that he did the bus.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really extradite him for questioning, can you?
You can subpoena someone and then arrest them because they don't show up to the subpoena. But I don't know, like,
I don't know what's going. Yeah,
and but I want to see them collect the money from Meg's dad. Like,
oh yeah, me too. Where's Vinny? They gotta give him his check.
Yeah,
but so if Keith calls Veronica, he's like, we need more evidence. Veronica's still like researching the Little League people, trying to figure out who might come forward, who else could have been a victim of Woody's. And she goes to a Woody's Burger, and she's about to ask some kid named Derek Applegate stuff, and she's like, oh, maybe he's the third kid that was edited out of the audio tape. But she's looking at a picture at Woody's Burger. And it's a picture of the same Little League team. It's got all the names of the kids. She sees Derek Applegate, and she continues reading, and it says, not pictured, Cassidy Casablancas. And then we get the most insane dolly zoom on Veronica's face.
Yeah, so we get the shot from Vertigo.
Yeah, dude. And it was long. Like, this was a long dolly zoom.
They went all out on this one.
Yeah. And like, it felt like it was like a good 5 seconds long. Her just like.
And the best part about this dolly zoom is I was like, I don't get it. like she's having a realization that us as the audience haven't put together yet. Because the thing I saw this, I was like, Cassidy. I was like, which one of the Casablancas was that? Because I forgot that Cassidy was Beaver. So I was like, is Dick's real name Cassidy? But then also, this would imply that Cassidy was just molested by Woody, right?
Yeah.
So I was also like, oh, that's damning, but like, okay.
Yeah, at that point I was like, oh man, that's why my brain was like, oh, that's why Beaver doesn't want to hook up with Mac. He's got some kind of like weird insecurity about like that, which would make sense.
Oh, exactly. That made sense. But the dolly zoom made it like, oh no. And I'm like, you haven't reacted to other kids being molested this intensely. Why is Beaver doing that? And then it snowballs.
Because he's in the intro credits.
But before we move on, we should mention our predictions. which you completely skipped over.
Oh, fuck. Sorry.
Oh, it's all good. It's a good timing for that because your prediction was that it had something to do with the Little League photos. Lucky isn't there or something.
Oh, I was close.
Yeah, it's something to do with Little League photos. That was your main pick, and it does. And right. I said that the bus was blown up to kill Gia as an incorporation threat. It was not about getting insurance for killing the Casablancas. And I said that Lucky didn't care about incorporation. So Lucky doesn't care about incorporations, fine, not about dick insurance, but the bus being blown up to kill Gia as an incorporation threat, not how it. Yeah. So I was wrong, but you got it. Something to do with Little League photos.
Thank God.
Because it absolutely does.
So after this dolly zoom, this light bulb moment for Veronica, she has to go to the bathroom and do the TV thing where you stare into the mirror.
I can't believe they even had this shot in there. I can't believe
I
had
can't
it.
either.
You don't need it. You don't need it.
I thought they were going to have her do the water to the face thing.
They kind of like do half, like she's already finished that. Yeah. I didn't think we needed this.
But she starts calling Mac. And she's trying to call Mac, and she's like, Mac, you need to get away from Beaver. He's dangerous. She's leaving a voicemail or whatever. We go to the party with...
Wow, you really don't want her to hook up with this traumatized, molested boy.
Yeah, that's what I was like. What's wrong? This poor guy. This guy was molested. Like, why are you being such a cockblock?
Don't touch him. He's dirty.
Like, what the fuck, Veronica? I mean,
the show hasn't fully put it together yet for us, but yeah. I'm getting that something's wrong with Beaver more than just this, but from the picture, it's not necessarily
based off of the information that I have at the moment. Yeah. I'm like, what's wrong? But we go to the graduation party and Beaver's there. He's drinking. He's there with Mac and he like chugs a beer and Dick is like, fuck yeah, dude. Like, way to go. You chugged that, like finally becoming a man. And Beaver's like, haha, yeah. And then Mac is there and Beaver eventually like walks around with her and he's like, hey, you want to go up to our room at the Neptune Grand? And she's like, yeah, let's do it. Let's go. So they leave. And on their way to the room, they get stopped by Corny, who's like, hey, dudes, did you hear?
How does he have this information?
Yeah, dude, did you hear the news? Veronica's dad, Keith, he caught the mayor, dude. It's all over the news, man. That sleaze Lloyd's gonna fry.
Does everybody know what he did? Like, what is the public knowledge of what's happening with Woody?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I guess Meg's dad knows enough.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice. What is Meg's dad's connection with fucking Lucky and Woody Goodman? Like, I guess Lucky may have told him about some stuff because he was trying to hook Meg up with Lucky.
Yeah, but why?
I don't know.
Just because
Lucky was weird. He was waving knives around.
Lucky was a church-going... We'll talk about it, but I don't know if Lucky on a Little League team too?
He was the bat boy for the Sharks.
Yeah, but that's...
I think he was on the Little League team, though.
Because I was wondering if he was actually one of the kids that got molested, because he has a different age gap. We'll talk about some stuff at the end, but yeah.
I think that he was, because he's talking, wasn't he on the audio of being like, we gotta expose Woody? Like he was telling Keith, like, you don't know what Woody is.
No, because there were 3 kids, and and one of them was out, and 2 of the kids are Peter and Marcos.
So maybe
I think he found the
he
tapes.
was molested previously.
We'll talk about it when we get to the end. There's once some stuff gets revealed in this episode, I can kind of decode and dissect some of the stuff. Yeah.
I also want to say, like, this is not stuff to be taken lightly.
No,
obviously.
not at
like,
all.
This is very serious things. But the way that the show is just beating you over the head with all of this information, that's crazy.
The whiplash returns at the end of this episode to a point I couldn't believe what was happening.
I couldn't believe it either. I could not believe what I was watching.
To go behind the scenes, when did you first text me when you were watching this episode? Because I watched this episode before
I'll let you know when I texted you when we get to it.
And I thought you were done with the episode when you texted me, and you were like, I'm not done yet. And I was like, you're not done yet? I was like, your mind's about to be blown.
What did I text you? I texted you, hold on. I texted you, Veronica Mars is crazy with 100 Z's and 100 Y's.
Yeah. What a show, man. What a show.
I know.
I mean,
this show is fucking epic.
Insane. These last 2 episodes have been bonkers.
I don't know if it's good, but I know it's insane.
Yeah. I don't even. Yeah. I can imagine binging this, but this would be, I don't know. I was winded after this episode.
Yeah, dude, I would be there. I would just be like, my eyes would be crossed, and I'd be like drooling if I was fucking binging this. How fuck? How do you fucking binge this?
I don't know, man.
Oh my god! But Veronica, she's still trying to get a hold of Mac, and it's not happening because Mac is like hooking up with Beaver. So then she shows up to the party. Mm-hmm. She sees Logan. She's like, "Hey, have you seen Beaver and Mac?" And Dick is there, and he's like, Logan's like, "Yeah, they were here earlier." Dick shows up. He's like, "Yeah, I think they went up to a room to like get it on." And Veronica's like, "Fuck, I gotta get him." So she runs away, and Logan takes notice of this. He's like, "Something's up. Why is Veronica acting like this?"
Yeah, this is where I was like, okay, I kind of know what's going to happen next with Logan. Mm-hmm. But it doesn't go down the way I thought it was going to go down.
Okay. Yeah. So we then go to Beaver with Mac, and he's all teary-eyed. He's about to cry in bed, it looks like. And Mac's like, "Hey, don't worry about it. It's fine. Like, we're all going to be good. Everything's fine. We're here all night. We got the room all night, so we can fucking go again. We can do whatever, man. Like, it's totally fine. I'm having a good time regardless."
Beaver's like, this never happened before.
Mac fucking rules.
Beaver's like, this never happened before. Beaver's like, this never happened to me before. I don't know what it is. Yeah, because he's on his back and she's like on her side, and she's like, "Hey, I'm just gonna shower. We can go to the party and we can try again later."
Yep.
She really likes Beaver. She's
being very understanding.
Yeah,
which is nice.
Yeah.
So Veronica, though, she's at the front desk and she's like, "Hey, what's Beaver's room number?" And the front desk lady's like, "We can't tell you that." And she's like, "Well, can you call him?" And she's like, "All right, fine. Oh, there's a do not disturb on this room." And then Veronica's like, fuck. So then she texts Mac.
I have never put a do not disturb on the phone call to the hotel room.
I didn't even know you could do that.
I was like, oh, okay. That technically makes sense to do. But yeah, the most I thought Beaver would do is just put the little door placard, the little doorknob thing out.
From what we learn about Beaver, he is a cunning motherfucker. He is a measured, fucking tactical.
Yeah.
So Veronica texts Mac. She texts her, "Get away from Beaver. He's a killer. You're in danger." But of course, she's in the shower. And Beaver decides to get up, and he reads this text message, and he's like, "Fuck, I've been found out." And it gets the evil face on. And he sends Veronica. Hold on a second. Before he sends this text, he pulls out the shiniest gun you've ever seen in your entire life.
Why does he have a gun at this party?
I don't know, man. I guess you just always got to keep strapped up, you know?
True.
So he pulls out this Dude, I could not get over how shiny this gun was. It was like a golden gun. It was like from James Bond or something. Like, it was so shiny.
Yeah.
But he sends Veronica a text. Hey, meet me on the roof right now. He sends it from Mac's phone. So Veronica, she's all worried. She can't look up from her phone while she's getting on the elevator. But she gets on the elevator, and who is in the elevator with her but Aaron Echolls? He's in there with his cigars. He's got champagne. He's got 2 glasses. And he's like, oh, hello, Veronica. And Veronica's frozen now. And he taunts her. He's like, it's great being here in the Neptune Grand as a free man. I love freedom. And freedom is the best thing that... My son wrote an essay about freedom. And he won a weekend with Woody. Because he loves freedom so much. Like father, like son. We love freedom.
And he involuntarily killed a man because of it.
Yes. Unknowingly murdered a man. Which will never be brought up. Which he has no feelings about. Yeah, he's fine with that.
Yeah.
But I love freedom. Did I mention that? And it's freedom tastes especially good because I killed your best friend by bashing her skull in with an ashtray. And it's a small town, Veronica. You better get used to seeing me around. Because I'm going to be around. Because I'm a free man and freedom rules. And I'm going to be here forever.
I do like the show had him admit that he had done it. Yeah. Because my question after last week's episode was, did Duncan do it? Because I was like, that trophy thing, I was like, it's no way that the Oscar trophy would be around to put hair and to plant because the house would have burned down. And we know that Aaron has all of his stuff in his house because he still has all those movie posters up. And I can't picture him having his Oscars just like in a storage shed or something, like in a storage facility. That would be clearly in the house that got burned down.
Wow. Yeah. But then his floor rings. He's like, oh, is this you? I'm getting off here now. I'll see you around, Veronica. Because I love freedom and I'm going to be around. I'm going to be around. Don't you forget it. So then Veronica, she's on the roof now. She's like, Mac. Mac's not on the roof, though. Beaver's on the roof and he's got his gun. And he's pointing it at Veronica. And he's like, give me your bag, Veronica. She gives him the bag, takes out the taser that she had in her bag. And he's like, you fool. And Veronica's like, I know all about you, Beaver. And then she lays out the entire thing.
I wrote most of this out because it's so long, but I was like, this is such a detailed explanation of the season that, doesn't fully track all the way.
Yeah, I wrote a good, this is the most
chunk. Yeah, I need to write a lot of this. Yeah,
this is the biggest chunk of notes that I have here because I was trying to stay on top of it. I did get lost a little bit in the middle, so I might have to tap you in for some of this. But Veronica knows that Beaver and the other 2 kids that died on the bus were molested, and the other 2 kids wanted to come forward to expose Woody Goodman. But Beaver did not. Beaver didn't want anyone to know. He was embarrassed about it. He didn't want anybody to figure this out. And he didn't want to be dragged into it. So Beaver then got explosives from Curly Moran. And he knew Curly Moran because Beaver was in charge of the explosives on Hart Hansen's movies that he made. The horror movies or whatever.
War movies.
And Beaver was like the demolition guy. He was in charge of blowing stuff up. So then Curly Moran told Weevil that he knew who blew up the bus. And then Beaver convinced the PCHers that Curly blew up the bus. And then Beaver, when they saw the PCHers beating up Curly Moran, decided to take matters into his own hands. He scared off the PCHers and then ran over Curly Moran with his car.
Was this like right outside of a bar?
Yeah, I thought so.
I don't know how he runs over this guy without anyone seeing.
But Not only does he run him over, he takes his body, picks him up, writes Veronica's name on Curly's hand, and I don't know why he did that. And he says why. I forget why.
Yeah, to throw people off the trail or whatever.
Okay.
No.
And then Veronica's like, and I know that you didn't hire me to investigate your dad because you knew all along that your dad was doing shady shit, but you wanted to get back at your dad for being mean to you.
No, that he didn't hire Veronica to find out about the Kendall affair. He knew the dad was doing shady business stuff, and he knew that Veronica would find the shady business dealings. It wasn't about I think Logan's sleeping, or she's having an affair. He wanted her to unveil the company thing.
Yeah.
Which, if you go back and watch the episodes, it doesn't feel like this. Like, there's scenes that we see when, like, he finds a condom wrapper that who is he grabbing the condom wrapper and reacting to no one for, if that's not his real reason, But again, this is all randomly somewhat retconny. Let's fit this in here kind of stuff.
Yeah, but one thing Veronica hasn't quite figured out just yet. She asks him, hey, Beaver, so how did I get chlamydia? And Beaver's looking at her and she goes, I figured it out, actually. The night of that party. Turns out I was date raped by you because you said that Dick put you in a room with me and you didn't just leave. You date raped me. And you gave me chlamydia that you got from Woody Goodman. And I was like, God damn, I thought we were done with this.
This we'll need to unpack for a minute, because this came out of this I was not expecting.
Me neither.
And she's like, Beaver raped me that night. Now,
yeah.
So Beaver, I don't know much about chlamydia and how long it lasts and how you wouldn't ever get it. How is, like, if you can just find it, do you have to have an STD screening for it or whatever? But it seems that Beaver was molested in Little League, right?
Yeah.
And Little League ends at 12. Like, you can't be in Little League after 12 years old. So he would have been molested when he was like around 10 to 12 years old, roughly, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the age that he would have hooked up with Veronica, she would have been 16. And this would have been, what is he, a grade below them now? So he would have been like 15 when this happened.
Yeah.
So this would have been anywhere between 5 to 3 years after being molested by Woody Goodman.
Yeah.
And so he still had chlamydia from then? I guess you can. I guess it can linger that long. I don't know.
But, I mean, I don't think a doctor, like if you go to like a yearly physical or whatever, like a doctor's not going to test a 13-year-old for STDs, I don't think.
Yeah, but like but Veronica hasn't gone to a female, like she hasn't gone to get like a female checkup since from 16 to 18.
Yeah.
Like she didn't go to the doctors after the event of that party. Also, she's been hooking up she had sex with Duncan that night at the party. Yeah. So Duncan had, I hate this, like the sloppy seconds with her after this happened. Yeah. So then Duncan would have had chlamydia from Veronica and then given it to Meg.
No. I mean, if you're using condoms, which she said at the doctor, she's like, I've used protection every time I've had sex. But also, like, if you have sex with somebody with chlamydia, like it doesn't formulate in your system like immediately. Like it takes a little while for like symptoms to show up.
What are you talking about? Like, you mean for
so if Beaver have sex with Veronica And then Duncan does later that night. Like, I don't think
No. But I'm saying they've been having sex since then.
Well, yeah.
She's had chlamydia this whole time.
She's had chlamydia for years, apparently.
Yeah, and she's been having sex with Duncan. Hasn't had sex with Logan, I don't think. It's hard. It's so hard.
I never saw them in bed with the sheets over them, over their chests,
and him winking at the camera, and him winking
Yeah.
at the camera, like father, like son. But then, okay, so if this protected, then Duncan might not get it, but then he was having. I mean, was he having unprotected sex with Meg, or was it just one of those like 99% things with Meg? When she got
he
pregnant.
was going raw with Meg.
Meg's religious. She doesn't believe in condoms.
No, yeah.
Her dad was like...
He was soaking with Meg.
But yeah, I was like, okay, so this... It's crazy that this clap has been going from like passing... I don't know. That was one of those things where I was just like, this is so much to take in right now.
Well, additionally... more than molestation had to have happened for Woody to give chlamydia to Beaver, right?
What do you mean? Couldn't he pass it along anally, right? I don't know.
I don't think that's molestation at that point. That's rape.
Yeah, that's what's happening. He's raping these kids. That's what they're saying. Molesting. Yeah. Yeah, what do you mean?
Well, I keep saying molestation, which is...
Yeah, the kids were molested.
Like that's...
Yeah, like a child molester, you say child molester, and that still can apply to...
statutory rapist.
It's not a statutory...
Pedophile.
It's not a statutory... It's not statutory... Statutory rape is just like underage... This is like pedophilia...
That's
rape.
what statutory rape is.
But child molestation... But child molestation... falls into this category too. Child molestation is
like you can't.
Yeah. I don't think they need to add another word to that.
This is the worst conversation we've ever had on this podcast.
This is what this
Veronica Mars is forcing us to have.
No, like he's a child molester. Like no one goes, oh, he's a child molester, and it's like, oh, it needed a harsher word. Like it's fine. Like that's. I was assuming he's having sex with these kids. Yeah.
See, if I hear molester, I don't think he's having sex.
Okay, I mean,
if it's sex, then you're a rapist.
Yeah, but people don't just go around saying child rapist all the time. Child molester is like a common terminology for what this is.
Okay.
I
disagree.
All right, if you want to have semantics about it.
I think molestation is...
But that's the way they've always said it.
Yeah.
We gotta
get off of this. So Beaver's basically like, oh yeah, well, what are you going to do about it? And Veronica's like, well, I already told my dad all this. And Beaver's like, well, that's too bad. Because you know how there was a bomb rigged underneath of Woody's car? I rigged a bomb in Woody's plane. And your dad's on that plane. And I have the detonator. And he pulls out a cell phone. And he's like, you should call your dad right now. I'll give you a minute to say goodbye to him. And Veronica's like, what? And then he starts counting down. And Veronica pulls out her phone. She calls her dad. She's going to say goodbye, but Keith doesn't pick up. And Beaver's like, that's too bad. And he hits the detonator. And you see in the background, plane blows up.
Did not know it was over top of Neptune.
That was crazy. That was crazy.
You know what's so crazy about all of this? One, Keith doesn't pick up the phone.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing what we know, Keith doesn't pick up the phone. Two, why would they be taking Woody Goodman's private plane back? That's not how this works. That's not how police transport people. Why would it be Woody Goodman's plane? Also, where did he plant this bomb in this plane that they didn't find it during the 20-point inspection before they take off? Or whatever point inspection you do with a private plane?
Dude. And that plane blew up like the Death Star. Like it was a humongous explosion, dude.
I was like, oh, it's just gonna blow up, and we might hear like I don't know what we were going to hear. I did not know it was going to be like in the background over her shoulder.
It was just behind Veronica. You see, she turns around. She sees the wreckage.
Yes. I want to go back to something when we were talking about earlier, when Veronica reveals that the kids were molested, right? Mm-hmm. And they were talking about it, and we get the flashback. And it's Peter, right? It's Peter, Marcos,
and Beaver.
And they're talking about this thing. And we see that they're in the computer lab, and it's being recorded, right?
Yeah.
And it seems like it's being recorded on Beaver's end, because he's got like the headset on, and he's like, "Hey, don't do this."
A gamer's headset.
Yeah, and you can see on the computer, and it's. So I was very confused here, because they listened to the recording that they have from Lucky, but they are like, "Hey, one kid's recording is missing," so which implies to me that Beaver had that recording, kept the recording, and then got edited himself out. And then I guess leaked that to Lucky, because
I don't know.
Because I would think originally Beaver would just delete that shit immediately, because he doesn't want it to come out. But instead he keeps it, gets rid of himself, and is now using that as a play to like push Woody. Because I guess he wants to get back at Woody, so he would want to do this, but he doesn't want his name implicated in it. Because that's his big thing. He doesn't want them to come out. And Marcos and Peter are like, "Hey, man, we're going to let this be known." Yet Marcos originally didn't even want it to be known that he was like gay, but he's okay with coming out. And like he's self-conscious about being gay, but not self-conscious about telling everyone that the mayor molested him, which are different things totally. Yeah. But you would think one person it would be more, they're like so aggressive in the scene, like, "We're coming forward." They're like, "No, like, hey man, I think we have to do this. We don't want him molesting other kids. Like, he shouldn't be in the." They were just like, "Hey Beaver, you're joining outside." Like, it was such an aggressive, like, they were like bullying him into coming out, to coming out and saying something.
Well, then it's also like, I don't know why they would necessarily need Beaver.
They didn't.
Like, if they're
one kid is enough. If it was two of them. Plus, like more would come.
Pretty fucking strong, you know.
All Beaver says is, "Hey, can you guys leave me out of this?" He's like, "It's too late. You're already in this." I'm like, he does not have to.
No, it's not. Yeah,
he does not need to
just come out.
Beaver doesn't push this over the edge.
No, I don't know why they needed Beaver to do it.
They were bullying. Like, they bullied him into it. He snapped like a motherfucker though, because he turns completely evil. Like. His
evil genius,
like he's framing people bombing things. I guess we have to take it that he put the bombs in Terrence Cook's garage to help frame him too, which we don't get talked about.
Oh yeah.
Another thing that doesn't get mentioned is he doesn't mention that he put the rat in the bus so that he could get his brother off of the bus.
Yeah,
because he's not the one that calls the limo.
That's true, yeah.
So, but he would have had to plan that, because we see him in the limo and he has the phone and he like pushes the button. But how would he know that he himself would not be on that bus unless he planted the rat? And even if his brother's the one to call a limo, his brother could be an asshole and be like, "Fuck you, you got to get back on the bus."
Yeah. Yeah, because his brother bullies him all the time. "Who said you were invited, dweeb?" And he's on the bus with the bomb. He's just like, "Fuck."
You know how we said it was a big leap for them to think that Terrence Cook blew up a bus to keep his secret?
Mm-hmm.
It is a lot for Beaver to blow up a bus full of other kids to kill these two kids that are about to come forward. Because you know what he could have done? He could have just killed Woody, and then they would have no reason to go forward, and then all this would be over.
Yeah.
I mean, he has access to Woody. I mean, he has so much access to Woody.
Yeah, dude. I mean, he planted a bomb on his car and his plane.
Yeah. Guess who's
do that.
Guess who's not going to go to trial and try to come out and say stuff if Woody's gone? Just kill Woody.
Yeah, it's also like he does, because he didn't come out, there's no connection necessarily, you know?
Yeah, like they would be like, they could come forward later, but even like no one would care because Woody's blown up or dead or murdered. But like blowing up a school bus full of kids to kill the two that were going to come forward is something snapped in this guy. And it doesn't track necessarily fully from the stuff that we've seen of him. Like when his mom is in town and he's like, Mom, let me live with you. It's like, I don't know. But it's an interesting twist. I mean, we thought it would be Woody Goodman. They made Woody Goodman even worse than blowing up a bus full of kids.
Yep.
I mean, this was all wild.
Yeah. So then we, Veronica's crying. She thinks her dad's dead. She's on the ground. And Beaver's like, hey, I know it's crazy, but I need to ask you a favor. And I forget what he asks her to do, but she's secretly texting Logan to come to the roof.
Yeah.
Because she still has her phone.
Yeah. He wants her to make it easier and just like walk off the roof to make it easier.
Right. Yes. Kill herself.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But she's texting Logan like, hey, come to the roof. And we see Logan like, oh shit, Veronica's in danger. And Beaver starts tasering Veronica.
Mm-hmm.
And I wrote in my note, she's taking it pretty well.
Yeah. We see Beaver tase Veronica and she's like, ugh, but she doesn't go unconscious. Never goes unconscious.
And she's like talking afterwards. Yeah. She's like, oh, that kind of hurt.
Now,
maybe she's got like a lower powerful one than Keith or something. But like she gets tasered twice and she's just like still quipping and shit.
That'd be so funny if Keith gave her the weaker taser.
Yeah.
She's got that leather jacket on, right? So maybe, right? Isn't she?
Maybe.
Two things here. One, I thought Logan was already going to be going up to Mac's room and going to the rooftop because of the look he had when he saw Veronica coming frantic looking for Beaver. And he has a look on his face like, what? And I was thinking of the JTT scene where he just followed her because he was like, something's up, and ended up punching Jonathan Taylor Thomas, the rogue FBI guy. I was like, oh, he knows something's up with Veronica right here. He's going to actually do his like saviorness thing that turns her on, you know?
Yeah.
But no, he's like loading up the mini fridge with drinks or something when he gets this text. And Beaver's plan of having Veronica like walk the plank and like, oh, we're pirates or whatever won't add up unless Neptune's medical, they might be terrible, but she will have taser marks all over her body when they find her at the bottom. It will not look like she just walked off the rooftop. It will look like someone tased her multiple times and then she fell to her death. That will be a murder. But of course, here they'll be like,
no, I don't. Do you trust the Neptune?
Lamb will see her dead body and just smirk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so Logan, he shows up on the roof. Beaver shoots at him. Veronica tackles Beaver. And then Beaver like, does he taser her again?
No, he elbows her and then she rolls over. She's like, oh, my face.
Yeah, and then Logan gets up and he tackles Beaver and then he wrestles the gun away from Beaver. Mm-hmm. Veronica grabs the gun and then she starts pointing it at Beaver.
I really thought we were going to get one of these, who do I shoot?
Yeah. Moments. I thought it was going to be she shoots, but it actually hits Logan because nothing good can ever happen for Veronica Mars. But instead she's like, Logan, get away from Beaver. I'm going to shoot him. And Logan's like, what? She's like, he killed my dad. And Logan's like, don't do this. She's like, he killed the bus full of kids. He's the one that did that. And Logan's like, don't do it. And she's like, he raped me. He's like, you're not a killer.
I was like, this show is insane.
So then Logan takes the gun from Veronica. And I was like, oh, Logan's going to shoot Beaver. Because we saw that scene of like him with Beaver's dad. And Beaver's dad be like, wow, you're really good at shooting.
Okay.
Remember when they're at the gun range?
I remember that. I wasn't thinking he was going to shoot him because he's good at shooting.
I thought he was going to shoot him, but then
I thought Veronica was going to shoot him, and then he was going to have to take the gun and be like, "I did this." That's what I thought was going to happen.
I thought something was going to happen, but instead Logan and Veronica just like hug and they just leave Beaver unattended. Like nobody's looking at him.
The only thing I was happy about in this scene is that Beaver, they didn't look over after they like hugged and he got the gun from her and Beaver was gone. I was just happy that it wasn't one of those like, where'd he go situations.
Give him a little Batman slip.
Yeah,
he's gone.
I was like, keep your eye on him.
Yep. No, they don't. They have to hug.
Mm-hmm.
But while they're hugging, once they turn back around to address Beaver, Beaver's standing. He's walked over to the edge of the roof.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm going to fucking kill myself. And Logan goes, don't. And Beaver goes, why not? And then Logan's kind of looking at him. And Beaver just goes, that's what I thought. And then jumps off the roof.
Yeah, they say like Beaver don't do this. And then he goes, my name is Cassidy. And then he jumps off.
Right, yeah. Yeah. And then after he kills himself, Logan and Veronica, they get back to embracing.
They go out into the party and they dance it up.
Yeah, they break out the champagne they got from Aaron Echolls.
we just hear a pop, and they're like, yeah, and they're in a hot tub together. So you said the chlamydia is all cleared up, right?
Oh my god, dude,
that's not that far off. Honestly, that's not that far off from what actually happens.
I mean, you hear the sirens in the background because of the plane crash.
There have been gunshots on the rooftop. A plane has exploded over top of the town. And there's a dead kid outside.
A kid's turned into pink mist at the bottom of the Neptune Grand. God.
And not even the craziest thing that happened in this hotel.
No, it's not.
This show is so wild.
Hi there, podcast lover. If you have a dark sense of humor and like your true crime stories paired with a glass of wine, then you need to check out our true crime comedy podcast, Wine and Crime, hosted by two Minnesotan childhood besties, me, Amanda.
And me, Lucy. Each week we dive into a bizarre true crime topic, pair that topic with a wine, and get into all the dirty details.
Wine and Crime is dark, fun, feminist, and perfect for satisfying your morbid curiosities with a healthy dose of humor. Join us as we chug wine, chat true crime, and unleash our worst Minnesotan accents.
Check us out at wineandcrimepodcast.com and listen now wherever you get your podcasts.
So after all this, Veronica rushes down to go to the room that Mac is in. Mac is on the ground crying. She's in the fetal position. It's not only just Veronica, it's like the hotel staff and like it looks like some like security people. And Mac is on the ground. She's like, Beaver took everything. He took everything from me. He took my clothes and all my other stuff. And like, she's wearing like the bed sheets. It looks like there's no sheets on the bed.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, God damn, Beaver, why'd you do that?
Well, when she comes to the roof, Veronica asks, where's Mac? And he goes, she's in a better place.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't think he killed.
She's in a penthouse.
Yeah,
she's in a better place than the roof. She's in the penthouse.
I was like, I don't think he killed Mac, but she's in a better place. And Mac is going to have some issues with guys after this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. This would be one of those like really awful pranks, that a guy could pull.
Yeah.
Like, because we saw Cliff being tied up to like handcuffed to a bed and being robbed. She comes out of the shower. All of her stuff is gone. And she doesn't have her clothes, so she can't really leave. She doesn't have a phone. She could call the hotel. She could use the hotel phone and call somebody. Like, she can get out of this,
Yeah. I feel like most hotels they give you a robe too.
Yeah, there's ways around this, but I get what they're going for. When she was down, I didn't know what he had done to her. I didn't know he had just taken everything. I thought, I don't know what.
I didn't know either.
But we see what he's capable of because blowing up a plane is insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a real bastard. Or was, because he's dead now.
There's a lot of people he was killing to keep this secret.
Yeah. You really just need to kill one to get the revenge.
Just get the revenge, and now they can't come forward. But instead, he's like, I'm going to kill Curly. I'm going to kill a plane full of people,
a bus full of kids,
bus full of kids.
Collateral damage. 8 kids, Miss DeMoss.
He has to know Meg too. Like he has to have known Meg and known she's nice. He would have killed Veronica if she was on there. He didn't know.
Yeah. No.
That is, he couldn't. Yeah, this is extreme.
Yep. So,
oh boy.
This is when I texted you.
Okay. Yeah. This is rightfully so. Okay. So you were far enough in. You had already gotten to the twist part when you texted me.
This is when I texted Vance, bro, Veronica Mars is crazy.
How there's still craziness happening after what just happened on the rooftop.
I mean, insane. You often talk about like, oh, the main story is concluded. Mm-hmm. Now the horror movie starts.
Yes.
This is a whole separate horror movie that's going on here.
And I don't, it just leads to so many questions, but yeah.
So we go to another room at the Neptune Grand and it's Aaron Echolls. He's getting banged by somebody. Who is it? Kendall Casablancas.
Why?
And I don't.
What is her deal?
So, I don't know, dude. I don't know.
What is her deal?
So she gets off of him and she's like, I don't know if I can bang anymore, man. We've been banging all night. This is crazy. And Aaron's like, oh, well, that's what it's like banging a free man. That's what freedom gets you, babe.
It's so true.
She's like, I'm going to go to the bathroom. And he's like, all right, I'm going to sit here and enjoy freedom. And he grabs the remote and he's like, I'm going to use my free will and freedom to watch whatever's on TV. And he's flipping through the channels and one of his old movies comes on. He's like, oh, look at that. Look at this stud. Who's this guy? And it's like him on a motorcycle. And he's like, I'm going to use my freedom to watch this. And it's awesome. And he lights up a cigar. And then a gun with a silencer just gets pointed right to the back of his head. 2 shots. Aaron Echolls is gone. Who shot him? Pan up to reveal it's Clarence Weedman.
Yes.
I hit pause and I was like, wait, what? Wait, what? Clarence Weedman's back in play?
I was wondering why he wasn't on trial. I was wondering why he wasn't on trial. All the hits are back. Clarence Weedman's back.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then we have a cut to a random beach in Australia.
It was Australia? I didn't notice, yeah.
It was Australia.
Okay.
And it's Duncan on the beach with his little baby. He gets a phone call. It's Clarence Weedman. Clarence Weedman goes, it's done. And then they hang up. And then Duncan's just like playing with his baby. And I was like, what the fuck?
What a show, man. Duncan is in Australia. And
this isn't the end of the episode. There's so much more of this episode.
This isn't even, there's more reveals coming. There are more reveals. Yeah. This show
crazy reveals.
It's no way you have this beaver ending and you're like, you know what? We need to pile on a couple more twists and turns.
So many twists coming. Duncan's in Australia now.
Love it.
They would absolutely extradite this guy.
Where's he getting his money? He's still in touch with Clarence Weedman. I'm sure they're just... Now, are they... He does not need to be on the run. It's his baby. I don't understand why he's on the run. It's his kid. They have the legal team and the expertise of Clarence Weedman. They could legally beat Meg Manning's parents for custody because he is the biological father. I do not understand why he's on the run.
He is worth billions.
Why is he on the run? It's his kid. They're 18. Meg's dad has no say over this kid.
I think that back when this first occurred, there are some people that were talking about how like he might, but like this guy's a billionaire. The legal shit that he would be able to pull off with his legal team. Like there's no way that he wouldn't get custody of his kid.
Yeah. How much was offered? Wasn't it 50 grand offered to find Duncan? And Meg's dad is offering 20 grand to find the molesting mayor.
I mean, Meg's dad isn't a billionaire like Jake Kane.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's the point I'm making. That he wouldn't be able to. They would just throw more money at it, and Clarence Wheatman would start doing some digging around Meg's dad, find out about kids in the wall, and be like, hey, you want this to come out?
Yeah.
You think you're gonna get a baby to this guy?
Yep.
Yeah, no way.
I got to be honest with you. I was pretty stoked to see Clarence Wheatman.
Oh, it was amazing.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
This guy.
I had mentioned, I think in the last episode or maybe when we got off, that I didn't want Woody Goodman to get away because there's too many sexual assaulters getting away scot-free in this show. We have Aaron Echolls getting away. Woody Goodman took a plane. And then we got the Hearst College date rapist getting away. Yeah. And I was like, let's get some people in jail or under arrest for these crimes. Let's not let them all just skate. And instead of putting them in jail, they all just...
I was going to say, they took care of a lot of them in this episode.
They just wiped them out. I'm surprised we didn't, at the end of this, they were like, hey, they caught the guy from Hearst College.
He was, I mean, Woody's plane blew up. Beaver killed himself. And Aaron Echolls just got 2 shots to the back of the head.
I can't believe Beaver actually did that to Veronica, and she realizes this, and the episode goes on the way it does.
Yep. Yeah, man. I mean, this show is fucking insane. Listeners, if you've never watched the show before, this show is, look, I love Buffy. This show is so much crazier than Buffy.
So much crazier. And Buffy has vampires and demons and witches and magic and portals.
Yes. Yes. There's supernatural elements, and that's normal compared to this.
Honestly, that's the greatest comparison. Buffy seems like a normal watch compared to the insanity that's happening in Neptune.
Yes.
Let's get to some more insanity.
Yep. We then see Wallace. He's at JFK. And Jackie shows up. And he's like, oh, what are you doing here? And she's like, oh, I had to buy like a bus ticket. That was the only way I could get into JFK without like actually buying a plane ticket. I was like, I love that they explained that.
I was so happy they explained that too, because this is post 9/11 where you can't just go on to yeah, there was a time where you could just go in and walk people to the gate. But yeah, they have to explain.
But Wallace is like, oh, are you on your way to Paris too? And she's like, no, I just got this bus ticket because I need to tell you the truth about some stuff. And Wallace is like what? And she goes, my mom isn't a model. She never was. She was a waitress in Brooklyn, the mean streets of Brooklyn, New York. And she had a one-night stand with Terrence Cook, and she got pregnant. And I was the kid. Terrence didn't really want anything to do with me or whatever, but the mom, she was trying to raise me on her own, and I got mixed up with drugs and booze and all the wrong people. And Wallace goes, I don't care who you are, where you're from, don't care what you did, as long as you love me. And she goes, no, you don't understand, Wallace. I have a son. I hit pause and laughed out loud. I laughed out loud, Vance.
This is insane. She says, I have a 2-year-old son. And
he's 2.
We see a kid walk in when she comes into the diner. And I noticed the kid, but I didn't think twice about it, really. It was weird. I saw the kid. Yeah. I remembered the kid, but I didn't think, oh, that's her kid when she walked in.
Yeah. Yeah, I just was like, oh, that's some, maybe it's her mom's kid. Maybe that's her brother or something.
Yeah.
But when she goes, I have a son, I hit pause and I unpaused and went, he's 2 years old. I hit pause again and just like bent over my desk and started like cackling.
Why? What is this? Why does she have a 2-year-old? Why? It's enough that she's in New York.
Mixed up with the drugs and the booze and all the wrong people.
So she kicked the drugs and booze, except for the one time we saw her take pills, and then they didn't do anything else with that.
Yep. Never saw her like under the influence, like making bad decisions or anything like that.
Then the next thing that she says is the most illogical, or I can't even fathom when they decided that she had a 2-year-old, because it wasn't from the beginning of the season. There's no way.
So she explains that when she had her kid, her mom made a deal with Terrence Cook that Jackie would go stay with him in California so she could have a fresh start, and Jackie's mom would take care of Jackie's baby. Mm-hmm. And Jackie then started to feel guilty about her mom raising her son because she was like, I felt bad because Terrence abandoned me, and here I am in Neptune abandoning my own son. And I can't be the same type of person as my dad. So I had to go back to New York, and I have to stay in New York. And Wallace, you can't be with me. Your life is in Neptune, and you gotta go.
It's not exactly how she puts her reasoning for going back. It would make sense if she said it the way you said it. But what she says is she left because when she realized her dad was never going to change. Basically, the dad got the casino job, and she realized that he was going to still be like an absentee kind of father. And that's when she decided to go back, because she was planning to stay. Last episode, she was planning to stay. She was not like, hey, I'm not going to go to Paris. I'm going to stick around. I'm going to stick around for another semester. She was not thinking about her kid. She was not thinking about going back to New York. And then he's like, hey, you should go to Paris because I got this job at the casino I got to do. And that is her reason.
I'm going to be working a lot.
Now, this is I don't know when they came up with this plot line that she is from New York and that she has a 2-year-old, because she decided to stay in Neptune during her dad being under arrest for blowing up a bus full of kids. She was being heckled, bullied, had no money, and had to start working at a restaurant. And at some point,
she was getting dunked in the dunk tank.
And she wasn't even dating Wallace at this point, where she would stay just for Wallace.
That's true, because he was with Jane.
Yeah, so she had nothing keeping her here. And a 2-year-old, not like she has a 2-year-old on the East Coast being raised by her mom. She had no reason to stick around when her dad gets shot in San Francisco. How was her mom not like, get your ass back to New York? New York was never that as bad as what's happening in Neptune.
The block is too hot in Neptune. You gotta get back here.
Your dad's not even at home. He's under arrest for blowing up a school bus. This is national news. Get your ass home. Spend some time with your 2-year-old. Do you miss your 2-year-old at all?
Nah. And
then here's the weirder part. The dad actually thinks she got into the college in Paris. How is that? How does Terrence? How is he being fooled by this lie? He's like, I want you to go to Paris. It was like, you
didn't get the acceptance letter? You're going to have to start paying that?
Yeah. Have you not been like, hey, what do I send a check? Do you need me to buy a ticket for? Like, none of that? You're footing this because you know her mom. He knows her mom is a diner worker.
Well, I mean, that's why she's so good at being a server at Jabba the Hutt.
Yes, she couldn't just figure it out.
She's got it in her blood, Vance. She's born to do this.
So we never get any more Terrence Cook. I don't know if he shows up next season. I don't know what happens. I don't see why he would, but
yeah.
I was like, it's no way this is true. New York 2-year-old? What are we doing?
All I know is Wallace's life is in Neptune and he's got to go. I wonder if he could get a refund on his Paris. He was just going to be like, well, I'm still going to go to Paris. Like,
yeah, fuck it.
God.
Insanity.
So, yeah, that's Jackie.
Insanity.
So then we go to Veronica and she's laying down on Logan's lap, much like Logan was laying down on her lap last season.
The way she's lying on his lap, she's like the middle of her back is on it. It looks like she's dead, right?
It looks like that statue of the dead Jesus on Mary's lap.
Yeah, because it's not like she's like resting her head on him. on his lap. She's like sprawled over his lap. Crazy. Yep. And I will say, I probably had this for later. No way that this is what's happening this night. They are in police questioning all night long. Mm-hmm. All night long. It is no way you just go home. No way.
Lamb's a little preoccupied.
I don't care about
with Madison. So what? She's 18. It's legal. God. No one in this town is good.
Wallace is good. Keith is okay.
Yeah,
Vinny Van Lowe's not the greatest, but he has moments.
I mean, Mac was spying on Beaver.
Was she, though? That never came in. I thought Mac spying on Beaver was going to pay off in like a bigger reveal, but she learned nothing.
Nope.
Like, she's been listening in on his phone calls, and this dude's been doing shady shit. I guess he wasn't calling people, but I love when the shot of Beaver driving Curly Moran over the cliff, but Curly Moran is just sitting on his hood of his car. He drives to the cliff and stops, and it just throws Curly over the edge.
That was excellent. Beaver's a pretty decent stunt driver. Apparently. He stopped right on the edge of that cliff.
Insanity.
So Veronica's asleep on Logan's lap, and she's dreaming about Keith doing a puppet show for her when she's a little baby. Mm-hmm. And she wakes up and she smells somebody making bacon again. She runs out. Bro? So Logan's making the bacon. Mm-hmm. And Veronica's like, Dad? And then Logan just hugs her and he keeps saying, I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And then Keith comes out from behind and is like, hey, what's up, honey? What the fuck kind of fake out bull? What is Logan doing?
What do you mean, what is Logan doing?
Why is he saying sorry to her?
Because he thinks
he should have just been like, your dad's alive.
Because he thinks Keith is dead.
But Keith is in the house.
Yeah, Keith came home at night when Logan was sleeping on the couch. He says this in the next scene. So they all didn't know that he was in the house.
Oh my God. They're some heavy fucking sleepers.
Yeah, they just
because they're sleeping on the living room couch.
Veronica's not. She's in her bed.
Oh, true. But
Veronica's on the bed. Logan's on the couch. Keith got home late at night. Never checked the news. Never checked his phone calls. Has not heard about the chaos at the Neptune Grand, which would be. I mean, police should be circling. I mean, it should be a lot of news, right? But apparently he just came home, saw Logan on the couch, was like, that's weird. But of course, my daughter, I told her to party. And then he went into his room and went to sleep. He just went to sleep. Yep. And then, then Logan wakes up and he makes bacon. We get a little callback to the flash from before, like the kind of flashback thing. And she wakes up. And then Keith just shows.
Keith explains that he wasn't allowed on Woody's private plane. They thought that was a bad idea for him to do that. So he actually just like drove back from
Lamb didn't want Keith coming back with Woody to get all the praise when he lands and the paparazzi and all the news people are taking photos. He didn't want that. So Lamb told him not to take the private plane.
Yeah.
I believe that Lamb was not on that plane either.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, Lamb wasn't on that plane either. But I don't understand why there's a private plane taking him back and he's not just being. We're talking about from Reno to Neptune. They're going to put him in a paddy wagon and drive him.
Yeah.
They're not flying.
I mean, it was like the local Reno Quail Creek like sheriff's department that arrested Woody.
Yeah, they're not putting
Lamb.
But they're not putting him back on a private plane, his own private plane to fly him back. That's illogical, but sure.
Yeah. So after Keith reveals like, oh, this is what happened. I wasn't on the plane. Veronica pulls away from the hug and goes, Cassidy Casablancas blew up Woody's plane. And Keith's like, cool.
He's like, what about the Cassidy kid or something? Because this was a thing that got me when Veronica had that vertigo moment and she had the realization, she put everything together really quick, right?
Yeah.
Which is still kind of a leap. It's kind of a leap to see his name on the list and be like, oh no, he murdered everybody to like keep his secret. I'm like, that's fucking extreme. Like I would want to like dig into this a little bit more than like, hey, he's a killer. I'm sure of it because he was not pictured. But another thing Veronica should do before going after a killer, what she calls Beaver Killer, is tell somebody about what happened just in case you die. When she's like, I'd already told Keith. When she's like, I already told Keith all about this. We find out here she had not told Keith any of this. So if she got shot on that rooftop or something, there was nobody that would have fully believed that Beaver did all this.
Yep.
I still don't even know how they proved that Beaver did this after the fact.
Yeah. But a stranger knocks on the door, or he doesn't knock on the door, just like closes the door.
What do you mean? Logan leaves.
Oh, that's Logan leaving?
Yeah.
Well, it looked like somebody like dropped something off too. Like it looked like they threw like a letter on the ground or something.
No, he looks over at Logan and Logan's leaving. That's why the door closed.
Okay. That makes a lot more sense than when I was like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, it's Logan leaving.
I was like, is that Clarence Weedman like leaving Veronica like a you're welcome note or something? I don't know.
No, Logan leaving.
Okay. Thank God. Poor Logan. That racist murderer bum fight. This show, man. I can't get enough. Like, this is a train wreck. And I love it, though.
I mean, I wanted to mention that in Veronica's early flashback, she's going to go to San Diego State College, and Lily's going to go to Vassar. But it's interesting that she was going to go to San Diego State. It's like, was she not going to be able to get into Stanford when her life was perfect? Was it Stanford her dreams college? Why would she?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
But so yeah, that's that scene. Logan leaves. Veronica tells Keith about Beaver being the killer. So then we have Kendall Casablancas meeting with an attorney. And the attorney's like, well, since Cassidy like killed himself, he wasn't actually killed. Like, it's going to be tough for you to get the money, the life insurance about his death. And Kendall's like, what the are you fucking serious? And then the attorney goes, yeah, but on the other hand, the cops, they were like digging through Cassidy's stuff and they found stuff about the Phoenix Land Trust. And Kendall was like, oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Much like
how did she forget about it? That was her job. Like that's how she got involved with Aaron Echolls. That's the only reason she went to talk to Aaron was because of the Phoenix Land Trust deal. And then she was stealing hair. I'll let you finish the scene, but I have to unload on this. This is problematic.
So the attorney... They did some like evaluation of the Phoenix Land Trust, and Kendall's like, well, how did I do? How's that going? And the attorney's like, well, it netted you like $8 million because, Beaver bet against incorporation. That's a very daddy dick Casablancas move, if you ask me. And Kendall is beaming now.
Kendall is all smiles. I remember pausing it to write down some notes right here, and I paused it, and it is Charisma Carpenter beaming, all smiles, and it blew my fucking mind.
Yep.
One, the fact that she's winning somehow.
Yep.
The person who almost had Keith killed with Liam Fitzpatrick, who was not in this episode.
Nope, not at all.
And another thing I do not understand how she is not under police investigation. She was in the shower in the hotel room of Aaron Echolls. And when she came out of that shower, she would have seen Aaron Echolls with his brain splattered all over the TV. She should be traumatized from that because I don't think she is definitely not one to, I don't think she's been around a lot of murders. Like she might do some shady shit, but I don't think seeing dead bodies of people she just had sex with, or like something that she's like, oh, this again.
Yeah, she's a con artist. She's not a murderer.
Yes. And also, where's the investigation of who killed him? She would be suspect number one. She'd be suspect number one.
She was last seen with him.
Yeah. She would come out and start screaming, what is happening in this hotel?
It's the Twilight Zone.
This would be the same day that the mayor's plane blow up, the recently acquitted celebrity child person, his brains are blown out in the same hotel. And then outside of that hotel, there's a dead kid who jumped off the roof who was involved with blowing up the bus. And we're not having, like, this is not something that you can just do and it's wrapped in a pretty little bow. And she's just like dressed up being like, hey, so what about the insurance? She just saw a man shot in the head.
And to your point, like, we see the blood splatter across the TV. Like, he is fucked up. This isn't like too clean. Like, his brains are going to be everywhere.
Yeah, that is trauma.
And Kendall just takes a meeting with a lawyer and she's like, yay, $8 million.
Also, why is Kendall getting this weird win when she's the person who got Aaron Echolls off by planting? We have to assume she got the hair to put on an Oscar trophy that should have been burnt up, and then somehow got Lily's blood from some other place and put it on her thing, and then had that buried at, like, so why was she doing all of that to get Aaron Echolls off? And
she wanted to bang the fucking celebrity and get money.
Why is she sleeping with both of them? Why is she sleeping with Logan and the dad? Like, I thought her getting arrested for the murder of Aaron Echolls would have been like, that's weirdly fitting in a way, but it's like she's getting arrested for something she shouldn't have done, but she definitely got away with involuntary murder of her classmate whose identity she stole, and instead she's just getting $8 million.
Yep.
And I was like, she's not the like vapid housewife that just, oh, this is kind of cool win for her. She almost got Keith killed. She's working with the Fitzpatricks somehow, right? And she was working with Beaver. And I don't understand Kendall. I just don't get Kendall. And I don't understand how she's not suspect number one for the murder of Aaron Echolls.
I mean, maybe maybe they didn't even like call in the Aaron Echolls thing because of what happens
I'm
later.
sure she probably that place has cameras. We know they have cameras in the hallway. So
and Aaron Echolls, he's got cameras all.
So I'm assuming
Kendall, give me an hour before you come to the hotel room. Give me an hour.
He's like installing stuff. He's like, put a sheet over the couch. All right. Camera in the lamp so I can wink at it.
I need to make sure that I make a sex tape where there's no sex to be seen.
Kendall knows this guy is definitely guilty of killing Lily, right? Like, why would you be helping him plant false evidence?
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Like, what is her moral? I don't know. So apparently, I guess she came out of the shower, saw he was dead, grabbed her bags, walked out, and everyone was like, "What happened?"
Man, just leave it to the maid.
This hotel would be shut down, man.
Leave it to Logan's fluffer to figure it out.
I have your midnight pillows. Oh no. Housekeeping that comes at 10 p.m. every night.
God, dude.
Insanity.
There's cameras that would see Kendall at least going into the room.
Maybe Weedman turned him off. I don't know, man, because he's in the room somehow too.
He's in the room, but there was a camera in the room too, because he had like a thing over the camera that he takes off as he's leaving, right?
Oh, I don't remember.
Because I'm sure he does do that.
Like, it would almost make sense if Kendall was like letting Clarence in to finish a job, but it also wouldn't make any sense because I don't think Kendall cares about his guilt. I just can't believe she's having sex with. What is her goal? Why is she having sex with Logan? Because that's not for money. That's just for sex. And why is she having sex with Aaron Echolls? Because she's just a celebrity fucker? I don't understand what her deal is.
Yeah, I don't either. I just don't get it. Yeah. And did she bang Duncan?
I don't know. Probably not. I don't know. I don't know why that's the. I don't know, man. I wouldn't put it past her. She definitely would. She seems like she'll just have sex with anybody.
Yeah. And she's a $8 millionaire, though. She's got $8 million apparently.
Why is she working with Liam?
I guess she doesn't need to anymore.
But what are they doing? What is the whole Liam scam?
I don't know. I mean, she was working with the Fitzpatricks because she went to jail with one of them and they like her.
Yeah.
But did she get any money out of that?
I don't know. I don't know what's happened. She's got this other house that I don't honestly know, man.
Yeah.
She's not even Kendall.
Yeah, she's Priscilla Banks.
Yeah, it's insane.
Anyway, Veronica's at the office, the Mars Investigations office, and they're getting ready to go to New York. And
I would like to say this show takes place in 2006.
Yep.
2006.
And Keith is like, "You all ready? You all packed up?" She's like, "Yep, I'm all packed up. I even brought some pepper spray in case I run into that Trump character."
2006. She has just discovered who date raped her. Just discovered Woody Goodman is a molester. And she's like, you know what I need? Pepper spray for that Trump character. Like,
this is 20 years ago now.
Yes.
That the show was on the air. Fuck.
10 years before Trump will be running for president.
Yep. She's got to have pepper spray in case she runs into that Trump character. And Keith is like, "Are you sure you don't want me to drive you to the airport? You sure you don't want to drive together?" And Veronica's like, "No, Logan said that he's going to drive me to the airport because we need to talk." And Keith is like, "All right."
I mean, I know strategically why they're doing this, but it makes no sense for the girl who was just crying that she thought she lost her dad in a plane explosion. And now she's like, "No, you go to the airport yourself. I'm going to get Logan to drive me because we need to talk." You guys can talk. You guys could talk any other time. I'm sorry. Like, we're driving together. We're not separating right now.
Yep.
And this is honestly days. I got to assume the graduation. Are graduations normally on a weekend?
Yeah, I feel like they are.
So we got to assume that the graduation was like a Saturday. And he said we're leaving Tuesday for New York.
Mm-hmm.
No, you're not. You guys are under investigation and questioning for all the shit that just went down. It's no way you guys are going across the country in 3 days after what just happened.
They are, Vance. They are. I hate to break it to you. They are.
I'm sorry, Veronica. Do you need a moment to like catch your breath after all the shit that you just...
She got a pepper spray Donald Trump.
It's wild that, and they're like, I mean... Keith is so chipper.
She gotta go see Book of Mormon. She gotta go see Wicked.
Keith is so chipper right now, too.
Oh, boy, he's got his little Hawaiian shirt on.
Yeah.
He's got his little casual fucking like bowling Charlie Sheen in 2.5 Men shirt.
Yeah. He's
chilling.
I'm just like, do you guys not realize what just happened?
Nah, they're cool.
Okay.
But Logan shows up and he's like, "All right, let me take your bags, Veronica." And they walk outside. The office doors, and Logan puts the bags on the ground and spins Veronica, pushes her up against the wall, and they start making out. And Veronica's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "You're going to be gone for a week. It's going to feel like a month." And Veronica's like, "Well, when I get back, we can do this as much as we want."
She says
start making out.
She says everything will be fine, which are famous last words.
Oh, boy.
And I want to mention that when Keith and Veronica are talking, they bring up like, "Oh, how is Logan dealing with like, you know, the thing?" And they reference, he's like, "Oh, he feels like little orphan Annie," because they have news that his dad was killed.
Mm-hmm.
There would just be so much. It's just, these are too high profile of people to just be offed and like there's no repercussions for it.
Yeah. But they're making out. And Kendall Casablanca shows up. She catches him. And she's like, says something snarky. "Oh, look at the two lovebirds." And then Veronica's like, "What are you doing here?" And she's like, "I have a business proposition for your father."
I will say, my brain, when she said that, I thought she was talking about Logan's dad. And I was like, wait, what? Does she not know? Like, I honestly did not think she was referring to Keith in that moment. I was like, what is she? Is this how she's going to find out? Did she not walk out of the shower and see that? But yeah.
I don't know, man. But she walks into the Mars Investigations office. Keith is getting his jacket on. She's like, Keith, I have a business proposition for you. And he's like, not now, Miss Casablancas. I am on my way to go to New York. And she's like, no, I need you to do me a favor. And he's like, I don't care what your favor is. I'm going to go spend time with my daughter. And then she slams a briefcase on his desk. And she goes, I think you're going to want to hear about this business proposal. And she opens the briefcase, and Pulp Fiction golden glow shines upon Keith's face. And he's like, oh.
Wouldn't Keith think a briefcase full of money would be illegal drug money from the Fitzpatricks?
Well, we don't know it's full of money because we don't actually see that there's money in the briefcase. And knowing this show, it might not be a briefcase full of money.
It's the Oscar trophy.
It might be the gun that Aaron was killed with. It might be the Oscar trophy. It might be anything but money.
Weedman's not leaving that gun behind. He's a professional.
I was so happy that I saw Clarence Weedman, dude. When he fucking snuffed out Aaron, I was like, hell yeah, dude.
He didn't go to the trial. He was not a part of the trial for some reason, but sure.
Yeah. But Keith is all gaga-eyed over whatever's in this briefcase.
Mm-hmm.
And then we go to Veronica. She's at the airport and she's waiting for Keith, and Keith doesn't show up. Cut to black. That's the end.
What? I can't have Veronica standing at the airport waiting for her dad and be like, oh no, what happened? I'm like, the stuff that happened on the rooftop with her, like this is so de-heightened.
Oh, Jackie's got to show up right now and tell Veronica she's got a son.
I'm like, okay, so Veronica might not go to New York, catch the next flight or whatever. I don't know what Keith saw in that briefcase, and he was like, I got to abandon my daughter who thought I was dead 2 days ago.
It's Aaron Echolls' scalp.
And why does Logan and that's like the whole reason they have to have Logan take her so that Keith isn't there. I don't know.
What are we gonna do in season 3?
What
are we doing?
I just don't understand how Kendall is just beaming. Got $8 million. Is just chilling after what we've seen her do. She's not a good person. She's not even like misunderstood and just making her way through or anything. She's like actively getting off Aaron Echolls, sleeping with him for some reason. And then she forgets about the Phoenix Land Trust. I'm like, that's the only reason you talk to Aaron Echolls. But another thing this episode doesn't do is we never get Dick Casablancas' reaction to his brother's dying.
Nope.
There's no, hey, how's Dick doing? He's an asshole, but his brother, no. He's in the hotel. He's at that party.
Yep.
Okay, sure.
How come Corny didn't show up at this point? Hey, did you guys hear? Beaver just jumped off the fucking building, bro. Plane crash, dudes.
Corny is locked in on the mayor news. Like, Keith arrested mayor. How are you focused on how?
Hey, everybody at the party. Woody Goodman's plane blew up and Dick Cassidy Casablancas is dead outside.
Like I said, this is like last week I thought was way too much news for the town to not deal with. This would be an Agatha Christie style murder mystery at the Neptune Grand. There are multiple dead bodies, gunshots on the rooftop, a plane explosion, a dead kid in the parking lot, a dead celebrity in the hotel room. And it's a crazy whodunit. But nope, everyone's free to go. 2 days later, not even 2 days later, she's already trying to collect insurance money off of the mass murdering suicide victim that is her stepson. Like that is insane.
He blew up the plane, dude. There were at least like 5 or 6 people on that plane.
And whatever damage of the plane, that plane was low.
Yeah, look, I was like, is that even the plane? Because they can't kill Keith off. I thought it was like just another, like a building blowing up. But no, that was the plane.
He blew up the plane.
Over her shoulder. What timing?
Right? That's beautiful timing.
Incredible timing.
And he wasn't even going to blow it up. He just had that on just in case. He was like, well, I guess I'm done with Woody. He's outworn his usefulness. Like, they turned Beaver into like the crazy evil genius.
Yeah.
And you know what? I felt like we got warned. We got warned here because
oh yeah.
If you listen to our Buffy podcast, when we first got introduced to Warren, it was like, dude's a dick, but man, the fucking technology that he was doing was great. We had no idea where Warren would go. And it's no way we could have predicted that Beaver, after season 1, who was the one who tells Veronica what happened to her.
Yep.
And we're like, oh, okay, he's actually like an okay guy. Yeah. I could not have predicted this. And I wonder when in the breaking of the season did they decide that Beaver was the bad guy? Because I don't think they figured that out until late.
Are we ever going to get the answer of like, remember when Dick was like going to beat him up and he's like, well, don't forget what happened with fucking whatever that lady's name was. Sally.
Yeah.
What was that?
I don't know.
Are we ever going to figure that out now?
I don't know. Here's the thing I also becomes tricky is when Beaver seems like he's scared of his brother, but I guess he's saying it because he doesn't want to hook up with Mac because he has other issues with sex.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's just sometimes where he seems so timid and cowardly and whatnot. But I'm like, this guy blew up a bus full of kids and murdered a guy that he liked in Curly Moran because he might out him for bone. Like, he was just killing. I'm like, is this the same guy that's going like, mommy, let me go out of the country with you?
I want to go to Europe.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? Yep. That mom doesn't seem like a bad mom anymore. She seems like a smart mom to not keep this psychopath around her. Right? Honestly, in hindsight, that mom was like, you know what? Nah, you stay here. Here's your money.
So here's all the loose threads that need to...
Okay.
Weevil is under arrest for the murder of Thumper.
He's under arrest for questioning in the involvement of the murder of Thumper, but it's no way they have evidence enough that, oh, this guy did this. It's they're going like, they saw you the night of it, but like, how did he? Yeah.
Whatever Kendall's up to, we gotta figure that out.
Yeah, I didn't think she'd last past this season.
Me neither. It seems like she's sticking around.
Yeah.
Gotta see Dick's fucking reaction to Beaver killing himself and being the mastermind behind all of these murders.
Oh, it'll roll off, water off a duck's back for him. He'll be like, oh, well, I knew the kid was weird. Honestly, I don't think it's going to phase him. I don't think it's going to phase him.
We gotta see what's up with that Sally situation, though. Aaron Echolls murder fallout.
I don't think we're going to get anything from that.
You don't think Lynn's coming back? We still think that Lynn's out there.
I think it's a wrap now. I think this is a wrap on the. I think this is a wrap on the Eccles stuff. Because Duncan's not coming back. We've already gotten rid of the parents.
We gotta see what happens to Mac. What kind of trauma she's gonna be dealing with. Wallace. He's got a basketball scholarship.
Wallace will be fine. He dodged a bullet. He was about to. She's like, I have a 2-year-old. He was like, yeah, that's the one thing I can't be on board with.
No, it's funny. It's like, I don't care. Like, I don't care who you are. That's all in the past. I got a son. Oh shit. Yeah, I'm going back to Neptune.
Yeah. So where do I trade in this ticket?
Anybody else's kid. Oh man.
How is Weevil going to end up at Hearst College? That's the real question.
Well, Hearst is in Neptune. He doesn't have to. It's going to be like Xander not going to Sunnydale University. It's going to be fine.
Is Veronica going to Stanford? What had happened with her college situation?
Who's getting the Kane scholarship? We didn't find that out.
I can't believe they're going. Veronica just came face to face with Lily's murderer in the elevator, who blatantly admitted to killing her best friend. Then Veronica found out that she was raped by Beaver. Then she thought her dad was murdered. And a few days later, she's hanging out and making out with Logan and about to go on vacation. That is insane.
Hey man, people deal with trauma in different ways, Vance. People deal with trauma in different ways.
Why are her and Logan back together?
Because she had a vision about it. Because their love story is going to be epic, Vance.
Kendall showing up right when they're making out should have just been another trigger for Veronica to be like, oh yeah, this is why I don't like you, Logan.
Yeah. Remember she was confessed her for Logan's, like maybe we after some time, and then Kendall shows up in the background.
Yeah.
Because she had just been like sucking off Logan.
Wasn't that like 3 episodes ago?
Yes.
But he came to the rooftop and fought. That's all it takes for Veronica. You just have to beat up one of her attackers and be Logan. Even in her fantasy, she's with Logan while Duncan is there. Duncan, who she professed
more Vinny Van Lowe.
Duncan, who she professed her love to so deeply before he left to go to Australia. But now she's like, nah, in my fantasies, it's Logan.
How did he get from Mexico to Australia?
Plane.
Isn't he like wanted?
I don't know, man. But I feel like Australia is at least he got some distance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think he got on the bottom of like a cargo ship, like
with a baby, with a baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I'm sure he just paid someone some money and they just took him there. And he still has connections.
Woody Goodman's private plane.
Clarence Wheatman has connections. He's still in touch with Clarence Wheatman.
If he can afford to hire Clarence Wheatman to kill Aaron Echolls, he can give Veronica the money for the money.
I don't think he had to pay Clarence Wheatman to kill.
You think Clarence Wheatman was happy to kill Aaron Echolls? Just doing it?
Yes, the child rapist murderer. Yeah, I think he was like, let's get this motherfucker out.
Right.
Yeah.
What an episode.
Do you think that's a wrap on Liam Fitzpatrick?
It can't be. It can't be, dude, because they're involved with the Thumper thing. They're the ones that put Thumper in the urinal.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Fitzpatricks are still at play here.
Okay.
They have to be.
Okay.
And Kendall's still around, so she's been like doing dealings with him. Like,
what is the deal with Kendall? I don't get it.
I cannot tell you. I have no idea what the show is doing.
Her sleeping with Aaron Echolls just it wasn't like it's that random, but I'm like, what? To what end?
Yeah.
I thought she was trying to use him for something, but what she's trying to use him for, I don't get.
I don't know. Maybe it's like, the attorney talking about Veronica like being attracted to fame and money and power. That's Kendall Casablancas. But then she's with the Fitzpatricks. But they're powerful.
Are they?
They're beefing with a high school biker gang. Yeah, you know what? Maybe not.
They have like top clientele, but sure, whatever.
I have no idea. This show is insane.
This episode broke my brain, man. I couldn't believe the stuff that was happening in rapid succession.
When Jackie said that she had a son, that was so funny.
Where? And the only reason she goes back is because her dad got a casino job and was mean to her. And she's like, I'm going to go home. I'm like, you have a 2-year-old. You didn't leave during the whole murder trial. There were so many times for her to go back to New York. And that was the thing that pushed her over the edge. Her dad didn't want to spend time with her.
That was the straw, man.
When he was injured, when he went to San Francisco and got shot, she wasn't like, I need to dip. I would have dipped after the holiday carnival thing. She spent the whole tank. Yeah, that was the winter. She spent all those months.
My friends were on that bus. God,
she didn't even stick around for graduation.
I swear to God, if Terrence Cook is not chained to a dunk tank at the casino, I'm going to be pissed.
I don't think we're ever seeing Terrence Cook again. I'm doing a Vance.
Oh boy, here we go. Vance's famous last words. We're never seeing XYZ again, and then they show up in the next 3 episodes.
They're the main character.
It's not called Veronica Mars anymore. It's called Terrence Cook.
They recast Terrence Cook as a Veronica's dad. They get rid of.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Oh my god. Well, do you have anything else to say about Not Pictured?
I feel like it needs a whole nother episode after this just to wrap up all the stuff that's happening, and them going to New York. What?
Here's a little behind the scenes thing. Usually after me and Vance are done recording this podcast, we stop recording and then we continue to talk about the show for another 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah. I can't even. This is wild TV. This is so much.
Yes.
So much has happened, and I think it's just the fact that Veronica is a high school girl, and what she's saying on that rooftop is so intense. The emotional trauma that she is dealing with on that rooftop, I can't see her making out with Logan a days later.
Making snarky, chipper comments with her dad. This is dark. She saw a kid kill himself. She saw a plane blow up.
She was threatened in the elevator by a guy who tried to murder her and admitted to murdering her best friend.
This is all within I'll say 2 hours too.
I'm going to say within an hour. I think that was the elevator. She went to the party, went upstairs, and then went to the rooftop.
Had a gun pulled on her. Got tased twice.
Yeah.
Took it like a champ.
Had to recontextualize the thing that was the driving momentum of season 1.
Yep. She figured out who raped her and who gave her chlamydia. Watched that guy kill himself after he blew up a plane that she thought her dad was on.
Yes.
Then came downstairs, saw Mac crying and whimpering in a corner because she had just been taken advantage of or whatever. She got all of her shit stolen.
There should just be police tape around the hotel.
Yes. No, hotel was closed for a couple days.
There was a plane, the bus crashed, upended, it chaos in Neptune with the bus crash, right?
Yeah, Kevin Smith had to come by.
Yeah. I forgot about that. But then a plane with the mayor being transported back to the town blew up, and there's not hey, what's going on? I think the FBI needs to come back to Neptune to get some stuff under control, because there is way too much stuff happening in this small town, and there should be so many people being questioned.
We need Xeno Warrior Princess back in town.
Where's the proof that Beaver did all this and that Woody Goodman did all this stuff?
Guess we'll never know. I think wasn't it Buffy the Gilmore Slayer? They told us that season 3 is less crazy, because we were talking to them after we started season 1 and we were like, yo, this show's crazy. And they were like, season 3 and 4 kind of dies down. But can they?
I have to listen to their review of the end of this season.
Yeah. Because this show is fucking insane. And the people that said after we were done Buffy and they were like, you need to watch Veronica Mars because it's very this is not, I don't think this is very similar to Buffy at all.
It gets recommended on the same tier too when you look at Buffy stuff on streaming platforms.
Just snarky blonde, snarky small blonde, just
female.
This is so much heavier. Buffy is wild, but this is 10x that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure we'll talk about this in the recap next week, but I mean, this is hard. I could talk about this episode for another hour probably alone. But having to unpack this whole season, it's just, I mean, the whiplash of Veronica just finding all this out and then being like, all right, let's go to New York. Wait, Dad, you're not at the airport? I'm like, what?
I don't even know how I'm going to be able to do it. because like so much happened in this season, and like some of it like feels retconned, so I can't be like, oh, that was my favorite episode, because like it didn't matter, or something like didn't pan out.
There's definitely some retconning of stuff, because I don't think they knew that Beaver was going to be the killer from the beginning, because some of the actions that he's done doesn't seem like it. But maybe they did. I don't know. We thought it would be Goodman. They decided Goodman had worse things that he's done, which I was like, oh my God. Can't he just be corrupt and just a corrupt business guy that's like mobster level? God. Why does it have to always go to the sexual abuse route? Can we move on? I mean, again, dude, this is stuff that happens in real life. But when they brought up the Veronica thing, I was like, no.
Yes, when they brought that up, I was like, I thought we were done with this.
And now we're gonna recontextualize what we had from season 1. And now I think that was the thing. They brought that up, and now I had to like fully go in my head and be like, okay, so what happened that night was the different thing. So now she's re-traumatized from that. And like the whole Duncan thing that she had, and he was like, it was consensual. Like, so now all of that is like, it's one thing for Beaver to be killing everybody. They added Beaver being a rapist on top of this, and also having been molested too. So it's like, I'm like, oh my gosh, dude. Like, at one point I was like, I didn't know how to, like, are we supposed to feel bad for Beaver that this happened? And it's like, nope, Beaver went from a victim to a psychopathic murderer rapist at the end.
The Joker, dude.
And it's like, and it's a weird, because he's a traumatized, like his whole last line of, my name's Cassidy. Like, he's been dealing with like shit like that his whole life and stuff. So, but I don't know. You can't really be on his side with all of, like, you could be affected, and it can be the reason you do stuff, but the stuff that you do is still on you. And they just made him, the turn that Beaver and Woody Goodman have are so dark.
Yes.
Are so dark.
Yeah. Like, Beaver's just like, I thought that his story would have been fine without the reveal that he raped Veronica.
That is overkill for and that's why I had to do the chlamydia math of like,
like when they revealed that, I was like, I already think that Beaver's a piece of shit. Like,
he's pointing a gun at my main character and blew up a bus full of kids. I'm in. Like, you don't need to make it worse. And it makes it worse for Veronica. But here's the thing. Veronica's not even going to deal with that. She literally hears about that, worries about her dad being dead. The dad is alive. And she's like, well, I'm off to hook up with Logan. Like,
all's well that ends well. Let's go to New York, Pops.
Meanwhile, I got Mac traumatized in the bed in the hotel room, and she doesn't even know what Beaver has done incapable. She's just traumatized because he left her.
She has no idea the evil that this guy has been up to.
Veronica was pointing a gun about to shoot a kid because he raped her, but now she's days later just la 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 la, got a new boyfriend. Nothing. It's no way her and Logan have made up. Logan tackled a kid.
You're not a killer, Veronica.
And
you're not a killer.
Again, people handle trauma different ways, but it's just tricky. It's just tricky when they dump
trauma.
It's just tricky when they dump so much on her. I'm like, it's got to affect her in some way.
Yeah, they're like, she's quipping with Keith.
I know that's their defense mechanism, but I think she would at least have to be like, hey, when we get back from the New York trip, we'll talk, Logan. Your dad was just murdered the same night all this happened. And he's like, no, Logan's doing fine too. He's happy. I was like,
well, it's also kind of like, dude, after the reveal of all this stuff, what is her breaking point?
Nothing.
Like, what would have to happen to have her be like, I need a day or two to just like sit in my room and be silent?
She was more her pretend Duncan breakup. She was like sulking in her room for like days, and that was just like pretend.
Yeah.
And if Keith knows her at all, he would be like, this is bullshit. You don't sulk when anything bad happens to you. I don't know. I don't know what could I don't know.
What would break her? I just don't know. I mean, she is getting ready to go on a trip.
You know what would break her? If she found out that Logan was carrying a gun again.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
That's the most upset she's ever been.
I can't believe she got tased twice and was texting.
I can't believe she didn't already tell people what was going on. I'm sorry. If you think Beaver blew up the bus, then he's at the part. I'm sending an email, a mass email out about this, because if something happens to me, I want someone to solve this.
Yep.
Beaver pulled out the gun. I was like, wow, he came prepared for this graduation party to go off. Like, why is he carrying a gun with him?
Yeah.
Damn, dude, I did not see this coming, and it's so dark and bleak. It's so dark.
It is. I mean, at least some of these people got their comeuppance. Woody's plane blew up. Beaver killed himself.
I'd rather have Woody on trial.
Aaron got shot.
I'd rather have Woody on trial. I don't like Woody.
He's gonna get off. You see the lawyers in this town? He's getting off.
Oh yeah, they have actually no evidence that is convictable against them unless other people come forward.
Oh, that's what Keith talks about with Veronica on the phone. He's like, we gotta get more evidence because we got nothing.
Did Beaver not kill Woody because he was like, I got to keep Woody alive for this incorporation scam so I can make a couple $1 million? But instead of just killing him, I'm going to kill a bunch of other people.
I don't know, man.
Like it's a click where something has to snap where he becomes a calculated murderer.
Yeah.
It's no way he would have been letting his. I don't know. Yeah, I guess his brother could still pick on him. But I just think back of them going to Gia's house and they were drinking together and they were having fun.
Yeah, they were partying.
I feel like they did not know that Beaver was going this way. They could not have known they were doing this with Beaver, especially after season 1. No way. Season 1, I can't believe they doubled down. I can't believe they doubled down. I can't believe
Shelley Pomerantz fucking party.
Pomeroy or whatever.
That was like so awful.
I think it was. Why would we add that next layer to Veronica?
I don't know.
They were like, hey, she was sexually assaulted, date raped. And then they were like, no, she wasn't really. It was a weird way.
Yeah.
Honestly, after finding that out, you have to be fucking. This is crazy to me. Dick Casablancas is going to be in the next season and like be hanging out. But Dick Casablancas is the one who pushed Beaver into that room to make him have sex with her. And the person that provided the drugs to the party was Logan.
Yeah.
The reason Veronica didn't go to Catalina was because she found out that Logan was the one who who gave the drugs at the party that led to her being sexually assaulted. Now she finds out that she actually was sexually assaulted by Dick Casablancas' brother, Beaver, and now she's making out with Logan.
Yeah.
You literally stopped hanging out with him because of what he did to lead to that. And now you have a new information about what happened that night. And now you're like, whatever, I'm going to make out with Logan. Like I just feel like every time she hooks up with Logan, it's not in a moment where it should track logically. You can say emotionally, whatever, she just still likes Logan or whatever. But logistically, and like, it seems like she would, after finding out this, she'd be like, the reason this happened is because Logan provided date rape drugs to a party.
Yeah, and Dick then pressured his brother into doing it to Veronica.
This clouds all of next season for me because I know Dick plays a bigger role in the show and like Dick slapped her on the ass in this episode and talks about the party. And it's fine to have Dick as this weird racist, rich kid, whatever. But he is directly tied to what just happened to our main character that we like and root for. And it's so awful and traumatizing, and they throw it at you and be like, wow, this was shocking. You didn't see this coming. Don't worry about it. It's fine. She'll be moved on for it by the end of the episode. And I'm like, no, she should not be dealing with any of these guys. But instead, she's making out with the drug provider. And next season, she'll be somehow with Dick Casablancas, or he'll come to her for help or something. And I just don't.
It's not like we've seen, like, when we first saw Beaver, we were like, oh, this guy's all right. Like, he's a decent fella. We've never seen, like, a redeeming quality for Dick Casablancas. Like, never. Like, all that we've ever been shown of him is, like, he's a piece of shit asshole.
And if they try to recontextualize this party for a third time, I don't know. They can't be like, well, I didn't actually do that. Beaver found you by himself. We put you in there to keep you safe. Or I can't, like, this. I don't think they should have done this. I don't think they should have.
Yeah,
I don't think it was necessary. I think they could have done the trial without the chlamydia thing. I think there was another way to track down. They didn't even need the chlamydia to track down the mayor. He had heart issues, so they were able to do the medicine. I think it feels unnecessary to add some odd drama to this. Like, I don't need that at the rooftop. I don't know.
They were just throwing fucking everything into this episode, dude. Everything.
Like, let me get on board with Logan. You know, let me get on board with Dick Casablancas a little bit. But when if I have to think back about the biggest trauma in Veronica's life, they're directly involved in it. Right?
Oh my God, dude. This episode.
Yeah.
Well, that's not pictured, everybody. Thanks for listening. Join Discord. We're going to be doing the season 2 recap next up. I have no idea how I'm going to do this, dude.
Yeah,
there's so much that happened in this season.
Same way we do it all the time.
So we're going to be doing that next week. We got the Q&A that's going to be dropped in the show notes and in Discord. Join the Discord. Let us know what you thought of this episode.
Yeah.
Let us know what you thought of this episode. Let us know what you thought of this episode.
It's so wild and so heavy at the same time.
Insanity.
2 high schoolers with kids. I do like the fact that Duncan has a kid in high school, and then also Jackie had a kid. So it's not just like, oh, Jackie grew up in the slums of Brooklyn and now she has a kid. But also the rich kid and the goody 2 shoes, quote unquote, girl had a kid too. So, I mean, at least they didn't go with those tropes, but yeah.
Yeah. Join Discord, join Patreon, patreon.com/boyswatchingbuffy, Freaks and Geeks. And then the upcoming Twilight Saga on the movies front.
Speaking of crazy stuff.
Yeah. Shout outs, Apple Podcasts, 5-star rating reviews, Spotify 5-star ratings, screenshots, send it into us. Amazon wish list. And yeah, that's a wrap. Stay tuned next time for our season 2 recap.
Y'all packed?
Vagabond shoes and all. And pepper spray. For if we run into that Trump character.
Seltzer Kings.
Podcasts.